How's it going, everybody? Joe! Crying out loud. Knocking stuff off my desk already. Those days, huh? And of course, I hit start stream and the dogs are barking upstairs. 1 second, I'll be right back. Oh, I need to figure out how to fix this. Look at chat. Look at what's happening with this chat thing. That's better. Bork, bork, indeed. How you doing, Mike? Congratulations, Mike, Just a Fan, and Crazy Cat Lady. You got first, second, and third. Hi, Smokey. How's it going? I'm trying a new chat display thing. Because the other one was extremely unreliable. I would have to restart it all the time, even though I was like starting up OBS fresh. I'd have to refresh the browser source constantly. We've got 3 minutes of ads for pre-rolls, and we'll be live after that. Well, I mean, I'm live, but you know. You know what I'm saying if you're sub, you have turbo. On the treadmill, denying your pain. Accept the pain, Mike. Embrace it. Embrace the pain. Own the pain, Mike.
Swolmaz just powered up with 100 bits. Thanks for the Gigantify emote. Smile.
Oh my God, Maz, where did you get this emote? What is that? What in the heck is that? Okay. Hi, how's it going? I hope everybody's doing well today. Santa, get out of here. It's only November 12th. I know, right? Let's see here. Let's see if Epidemic Sound is going to work today. We were having problems with the music yesterday, but I don't think it was my computer or I think it was the interwebs. The interwebs, not the outer webs, the interwebs. Let's do disco. Are you guys ready for some disco today? Tuesday afternoon fever. Yeah, it's still morning here, but just barely. It's 10:49 a.m. What do we think about this version of chat? I kind of like it. The emotes are bigger, bolder. Although if there's a couple of big long messages in a row. 9.5 stream fever. Hi Liz, how are you? Everybody give our friend Liz a follow, please. Liz, and thank y'all. Doing so good. How am I? I am alive. After stream yesterday, my throat started to hurt again. And it was only on one side. I think that this is just because when you're sick, you know, you unfortunately have like a bunch of like post-nasal drip and I'm sorry. Whatever. And it hurt in the back of my throat, like where I could almost feel it in my ear and in the back of my tongue. And I was like, what is going on? Why, body, are you like this? Yeah, it's just the lingering remnants of it. Z minus and hi Z minus and hi DD. And hi Bellator. Welcome in everyone. Yeah, I mean, nobody likes being sick, right? Like sometimes downtime is a good thing, but no one likes being sick. And especially not the week before my child's birthday, which really was not fun. And then, you know, on top of that, we just came out of Halloween. I'm trying to get ready for everything for the holidays. It's just ridiculous. But, you know, this is what happens this time of year. And it's because we're all in confined spaces a little bit more often. And I have 3 school-age children. And I think Ramona brought it home. Poor baby was all upset when I said that the other day. And I was like, no, but mommy's not mad or trying to tell you it's your fault. It just happens that way. You know what? Actually, maybe we will look at Star Trek first. Well, I'm already in Makers and Crafting. We will switch to Star Trek at some point for like about 15 minutes. And then Bex comes in here and says, thanks to Robot Wizard 122 for my sub gift. Whoop, whoop.
Thanks to Robot Wizard 122 for my sub gift. Whoop, whoop, less than 3.
I moved my Stream Deck buttons. Hi, Bex. How are you, Bex? Welcome back for 21 heckin' months, and huge thank you to our awesome friend Robot Wizard 122 for gifting that sub to our amazing friend Bex. Oh my God, I don't like this. The answer is, of course, Andrew. With time and patience and persistence, you can be, you know, gain extra skills. You're not asking me, you're asking Bubby, and I'll humor you. Look. It's not what I have, folks. Shh, Bobby, we're not yet. Don't do that. I'll plots. It's not what I have. It's what I lack, which is a normal sense of shame and introversion. But I appreciate the implication. So, Bobby, Andrew wants to know, will they ever become even a quarter as talented as some nerd on the internet named 9.5?
Yeah, but only after you give Bubby a kiss.
Only after we're bribing you with physical affection. Or you're bribing. I don't know who's bribing who. Mwah. Andrew, you see? You can do it. Kids love collecting all of the germs as if they were Pokemon. Yeah. If you're looking to be as entertaining as 9, then you'll need a dash of theater nerd with a pinch of neurodivergence. You know, I don't know why I sounded like Stewie just now, but I did. Probably because theater nerd. You know, look, the way I look at it is this. Why we are, it is a hard thing to wrap your head around, kind of, right? While we are each of us unique, we are all individuals, you know, in one sense. When you really think about it, on this little dot that we're floating around on, we're actually all one. We're all one. And this is why it breaks my heart when people when they seem to have a hard time understanding and recognizing that. You've been struggling so much with trying to do the magic ring. You have watched so many videos, asked a bunch of people, and still can't get it. Okay, well, 2 things, Andrew. I would be happy to show you how I do it if you would like me to. More than happy. I do it all the time for people, and you're not inconveniencing me in any way. I'm happy to give a mini tutorial on that today. And then secondly, don't beat up on yourself if you find chain 2 or whichever alternative method, and then, you know, crocheting into the first chain 2, crochet 6 single crochet into the first chain. Don't you dare feel badly if that's easier for you for now until you get it, so that you can start a project. If someone actually notices, Andrew, that that's how you started your project and points it out to you, you have my permission to tell that person not to be a actually nerd. Okay? You'll get it, Andrew. No worries. And once you do, you'll be unstoppable. Indeed. Hello, Mirror Mask. How are you? We have so many awesome people in here right now. We need to do one of these. Please go follow our friend Mike. We need to do 21 rubber chicken squawks for Bex. And we will get a fancy shout out for our awesome friend Mirror Mask in a minute here. I like Pix's method. I think he's referred to it maybe before as like the Japanese method. We love you, Mirror. And I actually really happen to enjoy hanging out in Mirror's channel, and I wish I could be there more often. So the least I can do is shout you out and have other people get to enjoy you. Here. So rubber chicken squawks first. You know who I was hanging out with this morning who's really cool, and I think might be live, so we'll do one of these, is Kelpsy, who is a fellow member of the Twitch Women's Guild. Smokey, how you doing today? I hope you're having a good time zone. Smokey, I'm telling you, I couldn't get out of the house to go walk around for Community Day, and I barely caught any Pokemon this weekend, and it's so frustrating. It's like, okay, I could go out and walk around, right? But the first thing I think about is like, what if someone's housebound for any number of reasons? And you use an incense and you still don't attract very many Pokemon, it just feels like, even though I understand the game is intended to be played walking around and meant to encourage people to go out, it feels like, at least on community day, if you throw down an incense, you should be able to catch at least one shiny. And what it feels like is they're telling people who have busy lives, who have disabilities, who have maybe a relative they need to care for full time. Like, you don't matter when it comes to our player base. And I wish they would recognize that and at least, like, I don't know, find an alternate route to being able to participate more in those events. Because what it feels like is, well, sorry, if your life doesn't line up with what our game is doing. Yeah, Community D, unless I'm walking, Crazy Cat Lady. Oh, you're so sweet, Smokey. Thank you. That's very nice.
Queen of Twitch.
Hi, Emerald.
Burning Emerald.
This music reminds me of the music in your other command. Okay, so we have some time left on this sponsorship through Stream Elements. And if you want to, you can download Star Trek Fleet Command using my link that's at the top of chat. There are some goals. The gifted Twitch subs only unlock if people spend money in the game, which would be lovely and all. And there's also additional financial compensation. But I'm not worried about that. If you enjoy the game and you just want to play it for free, that's perfect, and it helps support the channel. You do not have to spend any money in the game for us to hit other goals for my payout to be increased for this sponsorship. But you do need to start from that link. And I think that it helps, even if you were a previously established player, for you to play with us, particularly if you join our alliance. So if you want to join the alliance, let me know. And I'll happily get you in there. BRB, hubby just got home. No worries, Emerald. I love you. Those of us with disabilities have gotten used to not mattering, especially with invisible disabilities. I'm sorry, D. I hate to read those words. You matter to us, D. You matter to a lot of people, D. It's hard, and you might know that, right? And I know you, D. You always have such a positive outlook on things. Like, that's just realistic, right? You're just being realistic about what you see in the world and your experience. And I totally understand that. And you're always such a delight to have here. Even though, we can recognize that we do matter to some, certain people and all that stuff. It can be really hard when we feel like that the message is not always being conveyed, that sometimes the opposite message is being conveyed. And I'm sorry to hear that that's something that you've experienced enough to feel like it's, like widespread. I do think it's changing for the better in a lot of ways. I think a lot of people are, trying to recognize how, like, certain things that they do or choices that they make could impact another person, both negatively and positively, right? Like, why do I have captions? I use them myself all the time. Like, why do I have captions? Because it makes the stream more accessible, and I've had them since the early days. Not because that's me waving some flag of like, look at me and look at how great I'm being. It's me recognizing that for some folks, streams with captions are just easier to watch. Now, technology is getting better all the time. And I can turn on captions on my phone for anything I'm watching, whether the source material has captions innately or not, which is awesome, but they're not always very accurate. And so I go out of my way to make sure that I'm using the best captions that I can. Remember, and it actually just captured me incorrectly, but that's okay. Remember when we had the other captions and they were really, really accurate and I really liked them. And then we had to switch because that one was going away. And we used the native captions tool in OBS, and it was god awful. And I was like, this will not do. You know what I mean? I sought out a better tool because I understand that it is something that a lot of people use. And my preference is to use the ones that are innate in the Twitch player because people have control over the appearance of those. I think there are some extensions now that do offer people control over like where do they show up on the screen, what color background, what font, all that other stuff. I don't like having them baked into the screen because some people don't want them. And that way, if somebody comes in and they try to be weird about it, you can be like, well, they're optional. And if you don't need them, good for you. Don't want them? Fine. It's a choice. You don't have to have them. Your daughter feels that 1000%. She's fighting her college to be able to get a dorm that actually works for her, but they don't see her illness, so they think she's faking. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, crazy cat lady. Jess and you. So sorry. Hope they find a solution for her soon. A friend of yours is actually in charge of doing that for people at a college in Missouri. You're very proud of her. It's very important. You know, there's nothing wrong with making people feel seen. And, you know, there's people who will say, oh, well, you're just catering to people who don't need it. And it's like, well, who are you to decide that? You love captions for TV and movies. Remind you, I need to add this to your to-do list. Yeah, it's Maz Rat with a compiler OBS plugin. If you look that up, that's what I use, and it is incredibly accurate. There might be other alternatives. Right now, they're just waiting for someone to move out over Christmas break and then get the room cleaned, but it's been such a fight. Puzzled! I still haven't done Bex's rubber chicken squawks. Now we need to add Puzzled's 31 in there. It's because you guys are chatty this morning, which I love. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, crazy cat lady, but I'm glad that it seems like there's a solution on the horizon. Unfortunately, in capitalism, anyone who isn't a producer is seen as a drain on society.
Famed hitman Jimmy Two Shoes McClarty was on trial today facing murder charges after allegedly killing a man in a rice field with a small wooden figurine. Police report it is the first known case of a knick-knack paddywhack.
Cranston. Hey, Cranston, you need to reduce that to the lowest common denominator. That's a 2 out of 5, okay? You give that 2 stars out of 5, not 4 out of 10. Come on. Don't be lazy. That was a thing that you typed. Thank you very much for the bits, Z-Mine. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I agree, Danielle. It's not cool at all. It's sad that people who have very few spoons to fight often have to fight the hardest. Yeah. And you can only help so much from where you are because you're 5 hours away. That's also very frustrating and very difficult. My mom is going through some health issues right now. Don't you math sass me. Hey, listen, you know what, Cranston? Miro's not the only one that I could go ahead and swap out that green sword for a pink diamond, okay, Cranston? We could put you right back in pink diamond status, all right, buddy? Truth of the matter is I can't function properly without these mods. Anyways, it's 9.5 out of 43.25. What are you on, Ghost? Being supportive is always an amazing help and much appreciated. It's true. And sometimes all you need is some encouragement, you know, from somebody. Sporks. Are sporks used to fight? I was going to say, I mean, yeah, there's like, you know, kickboxing or something. UFC? I don't know. Anyways, seriously. As somebody who has herself experienced discrimination on the basis of things I have absolutely no control over, right? It's not okay that it happens, but what we have to choose to do is to persist. Nonetheless. And that can be very exhausting. So those feelings are valid. And, all the same, I feel like it's like, well, this is just that much more motivation for me to keep going because I kind of like proving people wrong. Correct my math. No, get out of here. That's too complicated. I can't do that one in my head. Is that 2 out of 5? If you multiply 4.75 times 5, do you get 43.25? You stole it from whose line? Oh, okay. It's usually you kicking her butt via the phone that gets her to do something. Yeah. You're not sure you can be trusted with sporks. Too tempting. Ah. And you're back. Okay, great. I hope hubby had a good day. You just put in random numbers. Oh, I see. Sometimes we need that too, especially if she has any sort of neurodivergence, because then you want to put it on the back burner and do it later, and later never. Oh, yeah. All right, Bex, 21 heckin' months. So much love to you, friend. Thank you, Bex. I know orange and yellow are Bex's favorite colors. I'm a big fan of orange as well. So you get the orange pirate rubber chicken. 21 months. This month's resub courtesy of Robot Wizard, but you have been very, very, very generous here many times, specifically to our charities, and I adore you. And I'm so happy that you're part of our crew. Thanks for coming in and hitting the button, and I hope you're having a great day. Ready? And a 1. Yes, I'm going to squeeze rubber chicken. 21 times for Bex, and then we're going to turn right around and do it 31 times for Puzzled for that 31-month resub with your Prime. Thank you so much. All right, ready? Into 1, into 2. You might want to turn the volume down. Headphones users, anyone else sensitive to noise. Maybe you have a sleeping spouse, toddler, napping pets. I don't know. Maybe your pets get worked up when there's squeaky noises. I'm giving you time to do that. Or you turn it up. I don't know. You do what you want. I am not your mom. I'm good. I have plenty of people and animals to mom. 21 rubber chicken squawks. 1, into 2, into 3. Thank you, Bex. We love you. Only 19 minutes later. Puzzled, you're getting yours a lot more speedily than Bex did, in a much more timely fashion. Puzzled, thank you for 31 months. Ready? Into 1, into 2, into 3. The kitties no longer give a cluck, chat. We have successfully desensitized D's cats. They've been desensitized. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. We'll do, per the usual, we'll do show and tell in about 22 minutes. Again, if you guys haven't yet, there is that. If you're interested, even if you download and only play to whatever it is, level 5 or what have you, you can help us achieve some goals to increase my payout for that sponsorship, but only if you feel like it. I actually enjoy the game, and we'll probably take a minute later in the stream today to look at it and play for a little while. And if anybody wants to laughs at attempted scheduling, I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, oh, that's cute. You guys are the reason why I have a hard time staying on track, and you're gonna give me a hard time about how I can't manage to stay on schedule. Clearly, it's not my own distractibility. Couldn't be. No, you guys are awesome. Also, if you didn't know, we have some new designs in the merch shop. There are 2 new hoodies and 4 new mugs. There's a white and a black version of the same exact design and of the bread head, and then there's also 2 slightly different variations on the word mark logo. Every time the resub chickens happen, you can't stop yourself from doing this. Oh, it's a cute emote. Is that a me shell emote? Oh, meows. Meows. What do they stream? D, what does that streamer what does that streamer stream? A streamer stream. Oh, no, I'm good. Dead by Daylight mostly, okay. You guys can imagine what a brickhead would look like with a bread hat on. I'm so tempted to start some Christmas tree hats with this, and not because I'm excited for Christmas things to come out yet, but because I am trying to anticipate, 12 days stuff. Gotta scooch in. But also some variety like Fortnite lol, but she's a fog whisperer, which means that she's partnered with DBD. Oh, cool. Okay. I have played DBD exactly once and did not care for it. It was okay. I would probably enjoy it more if I played it a little bit more. I'd probably warm up to it. It was hard because, bless their heart, I was playing with somebody who just kind of felt like they needed to try and sort of like tell me what to do the entire time. And I know that they meant well. They weren't trying to. It was just sort of overwhelming. It's like, well, you know what? I kind of feel like it's like, okay, let somebody ask you questions if they need help. It wasn't like they meant to backseat me, but that's kind of how it felt nonetheless. And it's all right. We're on row 70 of this project. Some people, no, it wasn't a man. First of all, but no, it wasn't that. I think sometimes, what, I saw it for what I think it was, which is that, the person, it's hard for people when they are really into something sometimes for them not to go overboard info dumping. It felt more like that. It didn't feel like they were. It's hard because it's easy to misinterpret that type of thing as like, this person wants to boss me around, tell me how to do this. The issue is when people have a ton of knowledge, experience, and they're fans of something, they don't always stop to think about how someone else might want to experience it for themselves. And I'm not talking about people who want to look like they know what they're talking about. I'm talking people who actually do know what they're talking about. But it still kind of can have the same unintentional effect as actual backseating, or as you referred to it, mansplaining. It was more like they just couldn't contain themselves, I think, because it's something that they're really into. And so I completely forgive them for it. It was just like, oh, well, I'm not really enjoying myself right now. You just saw a funny meme the other day that said it's unless it's from a certain area of France, it's not mansplaining. It's just sparkling misogyny. Oh my goodness. Oh, yay. Did you get your package yet, Rue? Oh, you're not opening it until your birthday. That's right. Well, the irony is that's totally something that somebody who would try to, and here's the thing, okay, y'all, like, yeah, I know. I'm not trying to stick up for anyone who does that sort of thing. But like that phenomenon that we refer to as mansplaining, it doesn't limit itself to one gender or expression thereof. That's all I'm saying. And I've been on the receiving end of it plenty of times, and I know that it can be an issue. And it's something, for example, that I really try to work hard with my middle child about, because he's that type of person who likes knowing things. And he will jump in and correct people when he thinks they're wrong. And I'm like, listen, first of all, sometimes you're not right when you're correcting people. Oh no, where do mansplainers get their water? Well, actually, from a well, actually. I just realized I moved my Stream Deck way over there like forever ago because, ooh, I almost lost the big one out of here. Because I don't remember why, but for some reason. And I've been reaching all the way over to the left-hand side of my desk forever to touch buttons on my Stream Deck, and that's just silly. It's absolutely silly. Yeah, I was really backlogged on those too, Rue, and I'm still backlogged on a bunch of other stuff. In fact, I probably should be making sparkly ghosts right now, but we're going to work on one row of this at least, and then maybe we'll do some sparkly ghosts, because I got yours sent out, but then I didn't realize I had some in stock, and some people bought them as gifts, and that's very, very, very sweet. Hey, Bezabelli, welcome in. We've got roughly 15 minutes until ads will be done, and we'll be doing show and tell as well. You're not allowed to open, but I mean, okay, I'll just put this out there, okay? That's something you bought for yourself. I say you decide what you want to do, and you can open it on your birthday stream. But it's not, I mean, all I'm saying, okay, I'm not encouraging you to succumb to the temptation to open things before, you know, I'm just saying. The other thing that's in there was a gift from somebody else that you won. So, you know, you always show up right on time for show and tell. Well, you know, that's why we do it after the first ad break and not right at the very beginning. If you want to, you can. That's up to you, though, clearly. It could be an early birthday present. What? Forgive me for not being able to keep track of all of this in my head. What day is your actual birthday stream? Oh, I love you. You're so sweet. Thank you for having me on your recommended, your suggested. Oh, well. Thank you so much for shouting out Rue, which is Forest Cabin Reads. If you guys aren't following, please make sure you do the thing. Maz is also an awesome streamer who we need to do a fancy shout out for. But anyone who's a mod or VIP can do !SO, or you should be able to. You could have sworn you were already following. Dang, Twitch. Take my follow. You're so awesome, D. Thank you, Cranston. And Maz is on Team Quirky Clickers. So thank you to all of our friends that have been fundraising for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital with us. I really appreciate you. Oh, I opened up your page, Rue. I opened up your page so I could look at your schedule, and a VOD auto played. I was like, where's that music coming from? You're stuck with me now. No refunds, no exchanges, no exceptions. However, no pants are required for viewers. You know, streamers, as long as your camera doesn't cover that area of your body, you're good. Streamers actually don't have legs. None of us are real, in fact. One item restocked for your next craft fair. Exposed. I've never done a craft fair. I've thought about trying to do them around here. It just feels like every year I make all these grand plans in my mind for like, okay, I'm going to start making stuff in like July and I'm going to be so ready. And then it's summertime and the kids are home constantly and, you know, things are just busy and I can barely even like stream anything even remotely resembling a consistent schedule. And I don't feel like making Christmas stuff in July and August. And then, you know, August rolls around. It's time for school. It's time to get ready for school. It's time to get ready for a new fall routine. We get settled into our fall routine. I go, okay, now I'll do it. And then I'm like, well, I want to enjoy all this Halloween stuff. So then I want to make spoopy things. And then Halloween is over. And then it's basically too late. They have fins. They're streamers. You do a few a year. You're on your 4th for the year, you believe. Plus, you have stuff in a crafter's consignment shop. Oh, cool. You don't make anything holiday. You just make cute animals. There you go, crafty. Oh my gosh, crazy cat lady. I almost said crafty cat lady. I mean, you are a crafty cat lady, right? And a crazy crafty cat lady. Namaste, namaste. SFFC Alliance. Y'all are doing great. We can have up to 42 captains now. Very cool. If anybody wants to join us in our alliance, and first of all, if you download the game using my link, it helps benefit the stream. Even just downloading it, you know, let me tell you this. They do pay attention to how much engagement there is, and sometimes you do get offered more specific stuff, and the offers that Stream Elements will give you are a little bit more tailored, like individually now than they used to be. And they're giving us a base rate on a lot of them, which is really awesome because, you know, people should be compensated for their time if they're going to feature someone else's product. Now, there's bonus goals on top of that, and it'd be great if we reached more of them, but I'm not terribly worried about that. We have fulfilled our obligation to stream the game for 2 hours, but the campaign lasts for 2 weeks, so I will be taking time out of the stream. Maybe not necessarily every single stream, but I will be revisiting the game from time to time, you know, checking in on what's going on in there and playing with you guys and showing anybody who might, you know, be curious about it, what it's about. If you want to join our alliance, it is invite only, and you will need to be and this would be the case anyways. You have to be in the same server. So let me know if you need instructions. You're actually an AI-generated person. Hello, Carolyn. It's lovely to see you. How you doing, Carolyn? You want to change your name to Crafty, but you can't bring yourself to do it. Well, all things in good time, right? Crazy cat lady, it's rebranding can be kind of a pain if you have a bunch of stuff tied to a username. You were in the alliance. I sent you the invite, but now it's telling you you're not in an alliance. You know what, Dee? I noticed that we lost a person. Your business is Crazy Cats Cafe Crafts, though. Okay, so here's my recommendation for, and in fact, I'm going to use a friend of the channel as an example. Our friend Abstract Halo 13 just did a rebrand, and I think it was a very smart move, and rebranded to the name that they've been using for their crafting business and all their pattern making and all of that. And they're now Hooking Hijinks. So if you guys see somebody named Hooking Hijinks in your followed channels and you're like, who's that? It's Abstract Halo, who is an awesome friend of the channel and a fellow St. Jude streamer who's on Team Quirky Cluckers. So don't be like, how did I follow this person? You followed them when their name was Abstract Halo 13. And it's really confusing. And it's not like, Platin, I don't know if you'd be able to do that, would you? Maybe. You feel like there are a ton of peeps with the name Crazy, so it gets confusing in some streams. There's also a lot of people with Cat and Crafty and Lady. You just need to pick a name that works for you. I bet Crazy Cat's Cafe Crafts isn't taken. You feel like there are a ton of peeps with the name Crazy. Yeah. If Mike is in the game, he probably shoved you out the airlock. After show and tell will be in about 10 minutes after the first ad break. After show and tell, we will hop into Star Trek Fleet Command, okay? And I'll take a look at it, and if anybody's wanting an invite to the Alliance, like Dee Dee, if you need to be re-invited, I'll happily do that for you. Is my server info in the Discord for Star Trek? You're working right now, so you can't mess with it at the moment. I don't know that it is. They recommended you start a whole channel for it, and I was like, I enjoy this game, but I don't know that we need a whole... Our Discord already has a lot of channels. I'm going to put it in gaming and nerding under blah, 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 gamer tags, friend codes, etc. Okay. If you are wanting to join us in Star Trek Fleet Command, please make sure you do the following. Download the game with my link here. It helps support the stream. Thank you so very much. You can play on Windows, Mac, iOS, and iOS, or however you're supposed to say that, and Android. Play through the tutorial. And when you are able, switch to this server. I should say when you are able, because some people might not be able to. If you're wanting to join our alliance in Star Trek Fleet Command, it is US Kazon 713. You can only transfer universes once once before hitting, I think it's level 12. So make sure you have the right server. We've got ads in about a minute, chat. Make sure you have the right server. Once you have successfully transferred servers, you can let me know you'd like to join here and in this channel, and or in chat. And I will send you an invite. If you are requesting to join here in Discord, please make sure you include your IGN. There is absolutely no pressure whatsoever or hard feelings if you do not want to join our alliance, and no pressure to play past any particular point. But if we unlock 5 bonuses in the sponsorship, I will be giving away a hoodie from the merch shop. Thank you. So, and at whatever level we unlock them, we've only unlocked 2. Thank you so much, everyone, for your participation. And please let me know if you have any questions. There's also some bonus stuff that you can get. If you go in on the website, go to StarTrekFleetCommand.com and log in with a Scopely ID. You should be able to redeem code Galaxy to get a Galaxy Quest avatar. And then there's also some extra stuff you can get with the code Boost. I believe you have to do that on the website and not in-game. I tried doing it in-game. And yeah. We actually have 3 hoodies now, D. Boost is not working on the site either. Really? I'll see if I could get a hold of somebody from Stream Elements and ask them why that might be. That's weird. Did you try it in the game? And it also didn't work there? Weird. I got it to work, but it didn't work in game. It only worked on the website. I was able to use, or it's one or the other. Galaxy worked on the website, not in the game, or vice versa. I can't remember. All right, ads are almost finished. You'll need an invite again when I switch to the game. No worries, D. I will definitely get that over to you. Okay. Yeah, it's tough. Like I said, I love these the sponsorships that actually make sense. Like, you know, if you actually are a fan of the franchise, or you enjoy like the tip tap tap games, which I kind of like. Like, ooh, over here. Oh, over there. Ooh, over there. Oh, look, my parcel generator is full. Oh, look, my warehouse needs upgrading. Oh, look, I need to do research. Oh, look. It kind of almost has like you know, restaurants were like that for me. Oh, look, there's an order up. Oh, look, I delivered food to this table and I'm next to the bar and now there's drinks that are ready that need to be run to a table. Oh, look, I took these drinks to the table and they need their dishes cleared. Oh, look, I went back to the dish area and there's dishes that need to go out to the front. Oh, look, I'm at the front and there's another order up. Like, and you can just go around and around and around and around and around like that. And just, there's never not something to do when it's busy. And I like that. Even though it can be overwhelming, And it can sometimes feel like, oh my God, there's so many things that I don't know what to do first. You just do. In restaurants, I would just do. I used to play Diner Dash. My husband didn't understand it. You think it's an ADHD thing, because same here. Yeah. I can run around a restaurant like a crazy person and kind of enjoy it in this weird way, right? The only problem is when you go, I'll put that order in next, and then you forget because you got distracted by something else that needed to be done. That's no bueno. Because then your table's like, where's our food? And you're like, funny story about that. You know, the kitchen doesn't start making it until the server puts it in the computer. But and they're like, and I'm like, here, have a free appetizer. And they're like, yay. And I'm like, look, your food is ready. And it didn't even take that long. And they're like, yay. And I'm like, yeah. And I was honest and told you I screwed up. And now you don't hate me. And the kitchen doesn't hate me either. Yay. I wasn't the most organized streamer. I was just honest. And I tried to be compassionate and kind and a little bit entertaining. Just maybe a tiny bit. This is why I need to play Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom, lol, main quest and side quest galore. And then you collect all the things to upgrade my armor and foods and money and. Yeah, I'm afraid. I'm afraid if I do that, I'll fall down the rabbit hole hard. All right. If you had an ad break just now, thank you so much. Yeah, is it giving you an error that says that it's expired? Maz, that the code is no longer valid or something like that? It happened to me, but then I got it to work, I'm fairly certain, on one of them. Let me look at the requirements for it, because it could be that there's something that you have to do or have to have done for it to work. Did you downloaded this and were playing it for the very first time, right? And you created a Scopely ID? If you guys haven't posted it in show and tell, now would be the time. And mods, I only have until about 2:15 today, max. Just so you know. That explains the way you play World of Warcraft. You were so nerdy as a server. You plotted spreadsheets for what your average sales and tips would be week to week and month to month. You would tip your busters, host staff, and bartenders at the start of the shift. Heh. Your tables and drinks were always taken care of. That's not the worst idea. You know what my dad used to do when we would go out, because he was a server and a bartender forever, Platin, was he would walk up to the server, right? And we'd be out with my grandparents, who were notoriously, like, horrendously cheap. And they were difficult customers. Like, it's one thing if somebody doesn't... it's one thing if they're difficult but they tip you. It's one thing if they're really pleasant but they don't tip you. That's still not really very cool in the States, because that's how we make our living. It's a whole other story when they run you and they're obnoxious and they don't tip. And that was my grandparents. May they rest in peace. They were not very good restaurant customers. And my dad, you know, having been in the service industry, would not allow it. So he would approach the server before our meal and he would have a 20 in his palm. And he would he'd go to shake their hand and be like, hey, you taking care of us tonight? And the guy would, or gal, they would be like, yeah. And he'd shake their hand and he'd have the 20 in his palm and he'd grab their hand and press it. He would press their hand so they could feel the money in his hand. And he'd be like, hey, listen, my parents are really difficult and I'm so sorry. And this is for you up front because thank you for waiting on us tonight. And suddenly their whole attitude would change after having, interacted with my grandmother just the once at the table. They would have this worried look on their face. Oh, yeah. He understood, He was like, oh, man, my parents are such a pain. And it's just not fair. Because the other thing is, if he tried to say, well, don't worry about it, Dad, to my grandpa, I'll take care of the tip. Grandpa would be offended. He'd be like, I'm taking care of the bill. I'll take care of the tip. I'll decide what. If they deserve anything, I'll decide what. Shouldn't be my job to pay him anyhow. You know, like he had this horrible attitude about tipping. And it was just like, but my dad had worked for tips for a living. So it was this whole battle between them. So my dad was smart. Instead of battling my grandfather, he would just go up and he would just make sure the person got taken care of right at the beginning. Because Grandpa was smart too. And he could tell when my dad would try to sneak back to the table and give money to the server or leave it on the table. You know, my grandparents were the type of people who would have gone back and snatched the money off the table and said, no, you don't get to decide. And would have either given it back to my dad or maybe even pocketed it. Like, I loved them, but they were really cheap. They were horribly cheap. And that's probably why they retired comfortably, to be honest. But like, still, it's like, come on, you're going out, you're asking for a service from someone. And whether you like it or not, if you're participating in this system by going out to eat, that's the way it works. And when you don't tip people, it negatively affects them. That's a human being that you are depriving of their pay. And again, I don't agree with it either. I think it needs to change, and I did it for 25 years and I made good money toward the end. Notice I said toward the end. Nobody should have to work for 20 years before feeling like they make enough for it to be worth it. Living wage restaurants are few and far between. So the thing is, is that I worked at a pooled house at the end. So you said, you would tip your busters, host staff, and bartenders at the start of the shift. It wasn't like that. I would get my cash daily, but it would be from the previous shift. So if I hadn't worked since Thursday and I came in on a Tuesday, I'd be getting Thursday's tips on Tuesday night. And they pooled everything, would calculate the amount that belonged to the kitchen, the host, and the bar. And everybody did get a tip share, but it wasn't necessarily equal. It was based on position. However, I think our kitchen got tipped better than a lot of kitchens do. A lot of places, kitchens don't even get tips, which is, I think, ridiculous. Then again, I worked restaurants for a long time. Many of my friends were cooks, and I married one. So I'm biased, but I can't do, the serving job without the kitchen, clearly. And it requires skill and practice and all kinds of things. So anyways, I would sometimes ask if I could leave extra out of mine to give to the kitchen. But the problem with that is then when you're in a system like that where management is distributing tips because you're pooled, if you try to give extra to the kitchen, what it looks like to the other servers, even though you're a pooled house, is you're trying to curry favor, maybe even more so than it would in another restaurant. It looks like you're trying to curry favor with the kitchen, no pun intended, so that you can get your food faster. And it just, it causes problems. And so I would just lobby heavily for the kitchen getting a better percentage all the time. That's one game you're afraid to ever try because so many people have gotten so hooked on it. Even at a boss who almost got a divorce because of it. I had a group of friends at one point before I ever found Twitch or any of that. I was dating one of the guys long before I met my husband, or before we started dating, anyways. And one of their friends, they actually had to have an intervention with him about WoW. That he wouldn't leave the house. He was getting fired from jobs. I love video games. I think they're great. There's such a thing as too much of anything, right? You used to have dreams of WoW back when you played. Kind of miss it, but none of your friends play anymore. Hello, Alice. How's it going? Sewing is fun. It is fun. Who's sewing? I'm crocheting today. Yeah, my dad, he had his problems. He had a lot of issues, but, in a lot of ways, he was like one of the sweetest and most kind people I've ever known, honestly. And just very friendly. Genuinely enjoyed talking with people and stuff. Not my biological father, but my own natural tendencies definitely, I want to say, encouraged by having someone like that in my life. He was the person who would talk to every cashier, every, server that waited on us growing up, any of that. A simple tire change that should take, however much time. It would have been done half an hour before, and he'd still be standing there chatting with the person. Could find plenty of new people to play with if you ever wanted to fall back down the rabbit hole, especially on Twitch. This is true. How's it going? Hello, it's me again. Goodbye. Living wage restaurants, few and far between. 100%, particularly in certain places. Pooled tips are super rad. There's advantages and disadvantages to that system for sure. You stopped playing WoW a few years ago, but your brother has recently dragged you back in, and you dragged your hubby with you. Oh my goodness. Kitchen should be taken care of. Food sells the show. Yes, it's true. You did formal dining and country club stuff. So yeah, different scales based on menu and volume too, kind of a pocket dimension for sure. And some places that are like country clubs and stuff will just pay you an hourly and you don't get tips, or private clubs. Fine dining a lot of times depends, but a lot of times they're not pooled. And part of that is because they want to motivate people. It's like, working on commission, right? So it's like, well, okay, I sold the $2,000 bottle of champagne. So one place I worked at in Colorado that was not pooled had a really ridiculous tip policy, because I've worked in restaurants forever. I've never worked anywhere where tipping out the bar included bottled wine sales. And they wanted me to include my bottled wine sales, which is something I do tableside. I do all the work. I tell them about the wine. I bring the wine to the table. I open the wine. The only thing I don't do is wash the glassware. That's literally it. Everything else. And they wanted me to include I sold a $500 bottle of wine, and we weren't pooled. I'm like, it'd be one thing if the place was pooled and you were just making sure the bar got their, fair share for all of the extra expertise they have to have. I've mad respect for bartenders. I was like, but this is ridiculous. I've been doing this for 2 decades. I've never worked anywhere where the bar got a cut of my bottled wine sales, and you guys are doing it wrong. And I left the job shortly after that because they also gave me crappy sections all the time. And I was like, dude, you're giving me a terrible 3-table section. Meanwhile, that girl over there who has 6 tables that are all pushed together with a big top, right? So she's getting an autograt on that table also, by the way, is coming to me and asking me, how do I open a bottle with a wax closure? And it's because she doesn't know, because she's 21 years old. And that's fine. It's not her fault. You're managing the place poorly, and I'm out. Bye-bye. You're losing a seasoned veteran of the restaurant industry because because you're playing favorites with the kids, literal children practically, that are barely legally able to serve, that you worked with as bussers and back of house or whatever that want to wait tables now at your previous restaurant job. You're playing favorites, and I'm out, because I will not work for someone who doesn't recognize when people are working hard, have experience, and have skills. And I went somewhere where they appreciated me. And that place was also run by psychopaths, but at least I made good money there, Your dad is like that. You actually have a funny story about him chatting with people. You were traveling with family friends and went to a teeny town in the middle of nowhere, and the family friend was like, all right, we can let him go to the store because there's no way he knows anyone here. So he'll be quick. Oh, right. Sure. Dad comes out half an hour later. Turns out the store guy was from the next town over from your hometown. I've told you guys this story before. My dad was downtown Portland. He sees a car with New York license plates. He stops him. He's like, hey, what's up? Where are you from? What borough are you from? Are you from New York City? Turns out they're from Israel. They're visiting their uncle who lives in New York. They drove his car all the way from New York City to Portland, Oregon. And he's like, oh my God, you're from Israel. I'm Ashkenazi Jewish, and I love you, and you're so amazing, and I just want to take you home with me. Where are you guys staying? And they're like, Union Avenue, which is now Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Portland. And the part of town that they were going to stay in was like not necessarily the safest part of town at that time. And he said, no, you're not. And he dragged these 2 young Israeli tourists home with them. And they stayed with us for like 2 weeks. I was like, dude, my dad, I swear. You were watching some Gordon Ramsay show and the owner was taking the servers' tips. It was infuriating. Oh no. Are you serious? That's illegal. Just throw out the whole owner. Nothing redeemable. Yup. bar would do amazing specialty cocktails, real next level legit stuff. So no wine for them. Would have just slowed them down for crap. But they weren't even doing it though, Platin. It would be one thing if I was a server and we had someone on staff who was a sommelier and the intention was for that person to come to my table and do the whole job of selling wine, opening it, and taking care of them. But that wasn't the case. They ordered the wine from me. I went and got it. I made sure their glassware was polished and on the table prior to their bottle showing up. I presented the bottle, read the name off of it to ensure that it was the correct bottle, and waited for the host's approval before I even touched it with my key. I opened the bottle successfully, which was an older bottle, and the cork was difficult to remove. I presented the cork. I'm describing, proper wine service right now. I presented the cork to the guest and allowed him to inspect it before pouring even a drop of the wine. I poured a taste of the wine into the glass, made sure the host had sufficient time. I stood there tableside and did all this. It's time consuming, but it's the way you're supposed to do it. And they sniffed it and they tasted it and they gave me the nod of approval. And then I poured for their guests around the table and then poured them last. I did all of that. I came back and asked them, how is everything? How is your wine tasting? Was this a good choice to go with your meals? I'm so happy you're enjoying everything. I came back and made sure everybody's wine glasses were as equally full as I possibly could throughout the rest of their meal. And I cleared their wine glasses and presented them with a check and took their payment. Nobody else did any of that. You know what I mean? It was really, really frustrating. I was like, this isn't fair. You guys are already nickel and diming me, in case you can't tell, this was one of the things that was the last straw. It's unfortunate, but it's okay. Yeah, it's over. And I mentioned it to them. I was like, this is the kind of stuff that drives seasoned, experienced servers away from your business and they go find work elsewhere. And I just want you to know that. I get you, our sommelier supported chef with recommended pairs a month in advance. Right. Yep. It was 100% all you for wine service. You definitely fought the same bottle battles. It's like, hey, I don't want to be like this, but you've forced me into this corner. I want to be a team player. I want to say, yeah, clearly the bar deserves a cut of my bottles because I never have to go back there and help them do dishes because they're behind because they didn't study the cocktail list properly and they have no idea what they're doing back there. You know what I mean? We had people showing up to our training to open this restaurant who clearly had no business being behind that bar. And it's okay. It is what it is. Like I said, it's over. And hopefully I never have to go back to that industry because I enjoyed a lot of things about it, but I'm done. Question for someone who doesn't drink much wine, certainly not pricey wine. Why do they inspect the cork? If the cork is looks like it's been compromised prior to the bottle being opened, as in it's crumbling apart, or if it has certain types of smells, it could indicate that the bottle is spoiled. And that way they don't have to sacrifice their palate for maybe like the rest of the meal by tasting really awful spoiled wine. They could go, yeah, this is kind of looking a little strange. I'm not so sure. And then I would actually pour a taste and maybe I'd be like, would you like, I would ask permission. May I pour a taste for myself and for my manager so that we can find out whether or not it's spoiled. That way we might save them from even having to taste corked wine. Although I will say some corks smell like funky and it turns out there's nothing wrong with them at all. It's honestly, I will say this. Actual cork is an archaic and outdated closure system that should be done away with. I could go on and on and on about this, you guys. I really could. This is a window into what my life was before Twitch. Listen, if nothing else, I was an insanely knowledgeable server. And I loved helping people. And I didn't make them feel ashamed or I didn't gatekeep. I would teach them this stuff. I'd be like, listen, I'm here for you. I'm not here to shame you or to make you feel like you're a dummy for not knowing any of this. You know what I mean? I'll help you. And I want to make sure you're happy. And guess what? I'm not here to judge your taste. The nose from the cork, it's literally a snobby bullcrap thing. Yeah, you learned very little other than if the wine was rancid or compromised. But people expect it. If they've, done enough fine dining, they want to look at and expect it. And a bunch of people, you could tell they don't really know what to do. And you hand them the cork and they go, yes. And they do their best to fake it. They don't even know they're supposed to like sniff it and actually look at it and maybe squeeze it to make sure that it's not falling apart. And you go, cool. You're probably going to be happy with this wine no matter what. Because the thing is, I would tell people, they'd be like, what do you think is the best wine to go with this dish? And I'd be like, I don't know, man. What do you drink at home? Like, what do you drink at home? Well, I don't know. We like, California Zinfandel. Cool. You like big, juicy, maybe some smokiness. Are we talking like smoky Zin or like what do you like? It doesn't matter what I like. Yes, I have suggestions if you'd like them, of course. But I'm going to find out first, like, what do you generally like? And then I'll pick something from within a range, I'll be like, help me narrow it down. What do you drink at home? They're like, cheap wine. I'm like, cool. I got this $27 bottle of European red blend. Like, it's the most generic red European blend you could ever find. And it's great. And it's a solid choice to go with all the food that you ordered. Here you go. Be happy. Order a second bottle. I didn't care about selling them the most expensive bottle. I cared about them coming back another time to the restaurant and having a great time. You picked up a couple of sweet wines for Thanksgiving at your sister's house. Sweet wine is wonderful with a lot of food. There's nothing wrong with liking it. And also, there's strategic times when it can really enhance a meal, particularly something spicy, for example. This is a nice cork. It looks like every other cork I've ever seen. Do I take this home as a souvenir? Would you like it back? What do I do now? I would cry having to serve you and wife wine. Why? What do you mean? Also, hi, popping out alert to say, is any business owner not a bit of a psychopath? I'm adding myself into the psychopath list. Free wine advice. Spend more than $10 and less than $20 to explore. It is wine. After the second glass, you won't care. Latin, exactly. I'd be like, what are we after here? What experience are we after? Do we want to savor one glass? Great. Then let's spend $50 on a bottle. Do we want to be able to purchase 2 bottles and live it up a little bit? Then I'll give you the $20 to $30 bottle. And you can afford to order a second one and not feel like you're being gouged. You don't like raisin. Wife loves raisin and syrups. Ooh, you got an Amarone. Raven, have you ever bought your wife a bottle of Amarone? Have you ever bought your wife a bottle of Amarone? It's called Amarone for a reason. Yes. Can you tell? I loved doing this. I did. I really loved it. Just like whiskey, I was a fun server. If I had people who didn't want to have fun, that would be hard sometimes. I'd be like, you don't want to have fun. Just like whiskey. Spend the dollars when you know what kind you like. Otherwise, rock out. Yeah, exactly. Wife is wine fantastic and will enjoy all the deep flavors. And you just want Moscato. Oh my gosh. She buys her own wine. If she likes raisiny wine, there's Amarone might be a good choice. But then what's the other one that's the concentrated wine? Is it Amarone? Amarone, which one is it? Amarone is good though. And Amarone della Valpolicella. Rich dry red wine. That's the rich dry red wine made from the partially dried grapes of the Corvina grape variety, Rondinella, and other approved red grape varieties. It's been a while since I've talked about all this stuff. Goodness. Keep your wine and whiskey. Bring me mead. Well, that's just it too. I never shamed anybody for like, for example, if I was like, they're like, what do you have for cider? I'm not a big cider enjoyer. But why would I give someone else a hard time about that? I don't like IPAs. I think overly hopped beer is, personally, to me, is atrocious. I don't care for it. Would I tell someone that if they're ordering from me? If they're like, "Hey, how's this IPA?" As a server, I'm going to be like, "It's pretty good." And everyone even if I'm like, I'm going to be like, "You know what? Everyone I've had ask me for a taste of IPAs has liked it. Would you like a taste?" I'm going to let them taste it for themselves if I don't like IPA. Bot borked. Oh no. Well, let's see what we can do about it. Also, show and tell. Also, I'm talking too much, but that's my job. Now that's my job. The only wine you like is the cheap fruity stuff. You'll take a bottle of Boone's over any of the expensive stuff any day. D, I'm telling you, look into there's some really good German and Austrian Northern Italian wines. Well, a lot of the Northern Italian reds are very dry. It depends on, what grape they're using. Have you ever tried Glava? It's a honey whiskey liqueur. So sweet and smooth. You searched Tamaroni, recognized one of the bottles, which means she made you try it before and probably threw it. Oh, no. All right, let me see if I can get GiftBot restarted. I'm sorry, Ian. How you doing today, Ian? What you been up to this fine day? We're just talking about alcohol, which I don't even drink anymore. But I love talking about it. See, I'm not stuffy, even though I quit drinking. I had my reasons. I don't begrudge other people their enjoyment. Fun fact for your wedding, you bought a wine box. You put a bottle of wine in it and letters to each other and lock it away until your whatever anniversary, usually 5th or 10th. Well, neither of you like wine, and only expensive wines would last that long. So you put in a bottle of vodka. And on the 5th wedding anniversary, you replaced it with a bottle of whiskey. I love this. You have officiated 7 wine box ceremonies. Oh my gosh, really, Platin? That's cool. It always brings the house to tears. Another cool thing to do if you're into wine and you want to be able to share that love of wine with your children at some point is to find a varietal, a grape, specifically like a type of style of wine made from a grape that will last a really long time. Like Cabernets will last a really long time. Usually they're high tannin wines. Unfortunately, if you don't care for that, that's kind of a requirement in a way. It's like, why is IPA all... Because you're putting hops in it, and that makes it bitter. With wine, you have the tannic wines like Nebbiolo-based wines, which are those dry Italian reds I was referring to earlier. So those are your Barbarescos and your Barolos, but they last a really long time. And a fun thing to do is to buy a bottle of Barolo or Barbaresco. Probably Barolo would last longer, maybe. Depends. It depends on the producer and the vintage. Buy a bottle of Barolo during the vintage that your child was born, and stash it away somewhere and drink it with them on their 21st birthday. A lot of times they will be really, really good. By that point is kind of when you want to drink some of them. Unfortunately, some don't make it quite that far before they start to decline in quality, but whatever. It's for the symbolism, just as much as anything else. But I had lots of customers who would come in and they'd be toting a bottle of wine that was made the year their child was born, which is a very cool thing, actually, if you ask me. It's great for a light drink. You also found a bunch of interesting honey mead mixes from Poland, but the base was kind of just okay. A drink that I would love to be able to have again that, I like... maybe even didn't appreciate as much as I should have when I used to drink it was this really yummy infused vodka they had at a place in Portland called Kachka that had buffalo grass in it. One brand is Zubrovka bison grass vodka. Zubrovka vodka is a rye distillate with the flavor of a grass unique to the woods of Poland that is eaten by the country's endangered bison population. Yes, it was really good. If you ever get the chance to try Zubrovka, and they did it. This place actually was infusing it themselves because Portland. It was good. If I was just gonna have one hard alcohol beverage ever again in my life, I probably would have a little shot glass of that and sip on it. It was pretty tasty. Although they don't necessarily sip on their vodka a lot of the time. They do and they don't. But if you're ever in Portland, Kachka, like this, is a pretty cool place to be able to get a lot of different interesting vodkas. Yeah, but this, I mean, it wasn't their idea, Best Belly. It wasn't their idea. They do a lot of that. There's a ton of, I think there's a cherry vodka from Poland. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't come up with the idea first necessarily, but yeah. Because deep fried sandwiches pretending to be French toast are amazing. I know, right? Monte Cristo, man, for the win. And I'm not even usually a sweet and savory together person. That's somebody trying to sell me coffee. I recognize this phone number now. I signed up for text alerts. Stop it! It's another place in Portland. This one. The alcohol shop has Dubrovka. It's actually a fairly popular drink in Poland, I think. It's something that a lot of us don't know unless you have been to like a Polish restaurant or in this case, it's a Russian restaurant, but they just carry vodka from all over the place. I'm pretty sure they even have like vodka from mainland Europe, like Western Europe and stuff outside of Poland. Like they have like, can't remember. I wonder if they have a list. Kachka Spirits. Find Kachka Spirits near you. They actually sell their own vodka now. Huh. That's really funny. Kachka horseradish vodka. It's pretty good. I've tried it. Menus. Drinks. Infusions. Birch, blackcurrant, cacao nib, caraway, Earl Grey, fig branch, horseradish, sea buckthorn berry, sour cherry, sunflower, zubrovka, which is the bison grass, and beet fernet. Olive oil, vodka, when? Get out. And on their list, they have Absolute from Sweden. They have Bombora from Australia. Like, they don't just carry Russian and Eastern European vodkas. Bamon from France, Boru from Ireland, Chirac, Crystal Head Onyx, Double Cross. I mean, Canada, Slovakia, Finland, Washington, Japan, Sweden, Netherlands, Finland, Ukraine, Poland, Montana, Iceland, Germany, Latvia, Michigan, a couple different kinds from Portland, one from Eugene, one from Silverton, Oregon, one from Hood River. It's a cool little place. They have brandy from Armenia, France. They have a little bit of beer. And they also had zero proof drinks. They have they have kvass, which actually is not technically 100% alcohol free because it is a fermented beverage. But it is quite good, and I would go in there and get kvass when I stop drinking and have a little snack. They do like small plates in there. You don't drink hardly ever because a lot of your meds don't mix well with alcohol, but you'll do a glass of sparkling wine or whiskey once every blue moon, like maybe once a year if that, right? That reminds you, the Crystal Skull vodka or Crystal Head, whatever it's called, in the Skull bottle is made in Newfoundland, or it was at least. Oh, interesting. That's what they have. Yeah, Crystal Head Onyx. They have that on this list. Yeah, or did I say that and that's why you were mentioning it? That's cool. Anyways, again, like I think enjoying these things responsibly is like one thing, and I struggled with that, so I quit, and that's cool. You know what I mean? Like I still love helping people enjoy it. You want to try non-alcoholic wines; they smell so good, but when you do get old enough, you won't be able to drink alcohol anyway. Bad heart, bad reaction to meds. Ian, there's so many cool recipes out there too for non-alcoholic cocktails. I encourage you to look into it and find some recipes that sound good to you and try them. And that way, when you go to a restaurant, you can ask them, hey, do you have any mint behind the bar? Would your bartender be open to making me something with mint? And a fun thing to do, Ian, when you go to a bar and you're with your friends and you want a drink is to ask the server, hey, do you think your bartender would be open to coming up with a mocktail for me? Make sure you tell them if there's some stuff you don't like or can't have. Some people I would be like, oh yeah, we can make a mocktail for you. And then I could have just walked away and said bartender's choice mocktail, but I would be like, is there anything that you're not fond of? Do you not like ginger? Do you not like mint? And any bartender who is worthy of their position, Ian, should at least have a couple of tricks up their sleeve when it comes to this. and they should be willing and ready to make you something that doesn't contain alcohol. That's fun. Otherwise, they're in the wrong industry, if you ask me. There's a really pretty skull bottle that looks like an opal. Oh no, Platin. I'm sorry. Platin. You're welcome to post links with a permit, but I got you. Yeah, the only reason we do that, Platin, and put it behind a sub badge is so that bots can't come in, and so it's like not to try to make anyone feel, like it's more like a bot isn't going to come in and try to post a link with a sub badge. I'm sorry. Yeah. But I posted it for you. I reposted it for you. I snagged it out of that message because I can still see it. Just ask for a permit next time, Platin. We're happy to get you one. Canned mocktails, yes. And there's some really good non-alcoholic sparkling wines that I've tried. Beer has come a long way, non-alcoholic beer. A couple brands I like that I used to have affiliate with, but I don't know what happened to their affiliate programs, are Bravus, Bravus. They actually even do a non-alcoholic raspberry gosa that's really good. It can be hard to find, different styles like that in non-alcoholic, but it's getting better. And they also do a really good peanut butter chocolate stout that's yummy for desserts, and you could make a float out of that, actually, and it's going to have less sugar in it than soda. And the Groovy, yeah, Gruvi with a little umlaut over the U. Groovy is another choice, and there's others as well. You had to look up the name. It's called Crystal Head Aurora. It's so pretty. Oh, cool. Anyways, blah, freaking blah. Let's do show and tell. Some of you may have been waiting for me to do that all this time. Thanks for your patience. We're like 11 minutes out from another ad. Where did we stop yesterday? Here with this from Blaze. This is very cool. This is a Sphinx at Giza acrylics on a 5x7-inch canvas panel. Super cool. And again, maybe you do drink, but you just don't want to have more than like one or two drinks. And then you're like, well, I still kind of want like one last beverage before the end of the night. Or you want to start with something non-alcoholic, and then you can have your actual adult beverage with your dinner and not feel left out at a party. Or, maybe really like one drink is your limit. And if you have that in your fridge, it makes the conversation that some people want to have with you about pressuring you to drink or to drink more that much easier, because if you're holding something in your hand, they might let up. Not that it's ever cool to do that, but it might help. And also you get to feel like you're having fun with everybody without the negative consequences of consuming any or too much. You had a really good sparkling white grape juice for your wedding. It tasted just like a sparkling Moscato. Again, a lot of these companies have gotten really good at making NA versions of these things that taste great and taste a lot like the real deal, but without the alcohol. And some people can't have it, not because they can't control themselves, but because they just can't. They're, like Dee said, it messes with their meds, all that kind of stuff. Ian, they have health issues or on the medications or whatever. And it's also none of your business why they choose not to drink, frankly. It might not be a choice that they're making of their own volition. I've had people where they've tried to be like, what do you mean? Come on. And I'm like, I see what kind of friend you are. This is super cool. Blue slag glass, acrylics on a 5x7-inch acrylic, or whatever it is. Oh, 1 second. This is, I need to answer this. My buttons. I messed up, chat. I don't know where any of my buttons are.
Them.
You look really nice tonight, me.
Thank you. Yeah.
There's a kid screaming in the background. Wait. Oh my gosh, okay.
My milkshake bringeth all ye gentlefolk to the yard, and they're like, it's better than thine. Verily, it's better than thine. I could teach you, but I must levy a fee.
You can play at this game. No, 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 no. I'm not sure if you don't quite realize what you're up against asking me to throw my coffee away. They'll be ripping it from my cold, dead, wrinkled, caffeinated hands. Somebody just donated $1,000 to St. Jude to our campaign.
Who has committed this crime? Who did it?
Moo! It's courtesy of our $500 milestone. Oh my god!
What?
You complete me. I love you.
Yeah! Taking the computer. What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Everything is right. Oh my god! Thank you, Anonymous. Someone just donated $200 to St. Jude. We're at $1,002. You guys get to smash me in the face with a whipped cream pie. Yay! Go! Like
Mom, can you touch Hey, 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 hey. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Eh. Ha. Yeah, you're like,
Get good, Jess Martin. No, I'm kidding. Hi, Pisces. It's so hard. How are you supposed to do that in creative? It's an unrealistic expectation. So, would you like to tell a knock-knock joke?
He just got double shushed.
You got double shushed. You got shushed in stereo. Clip it. You got shushed in stereo. Ha!
Whoa!
Whoa. Oh, good save. That was my fault.
I have reflexes.
Hello. Welcome to 9.5 Kitchen, where we're going to be making the most basic ass Midwestern chili you've ever seen.
Oh my god! Oh! Ugh.
I'm never doing that again. I can.
I'm here a lot earlier this time to say it is subtime la 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 lo 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 lo.
Escalated quickly.
Look at all those units, Ramona. So many units. Every one of you is a unit. Okay. Start battle.
Mommy, you're units.
Please clip that. Please clip that.
Mommy, you're units.
Not so bad.
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
I don't know why I turned into like a cross between Michael McDonald and Tom Waits. All right. Lego explosion. Nothing unusual. Everything is fine. This is fine. Not distracting at all. All right. You ready? Maybe we don't need this to be such a large piece of tape. And I'm about to not be so supportive of this. That's right. Oh! Whoa, did you see that? That was cool. No. Nobody expects the land boat. Chaos.
All right, Linus. I'll see your eyebrows and I'll raise you a nostril flare. I have real children. I have three children that came from the inside of me. Why did I say it like that? Why do I say these things? Hi, welcome to my channel.
For people like me, I'm super social. I love people. I have absolutely no trouble going out trying to make I'm a little bit of a dweeb. There's some people who definitely just don't get me. They're like, what is the deal with that chick? She is crazy loud. And what is this she's talking about? 360 no-scoping some kid. What even is that?
Well, I wasn't going to come back after today when she spilled her coffee everywhere and then peed her pants a little, but now that there's some free stickers.
Are you clearing my... Raz... I think Raz was just clearing my, Oh, thank you. Well, you know, I'm merely the canvas.
Oh my goodness, you look so gorgeous.
Did you make it?
We're talking about you. Are you there? Hello?
Four, three, two, one.
Just do it!
It's so.
They're having a bit war.
Okay.
Hey, you're supposed to. You know what?
Do more bits!
No.
Somebody clip that. Clip my kid going, do more bits. I have it on backwards. I have it on backwards.
Yes.
That's right, get wrecked, cancer!
Wait. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Clip this.
Okay. Thanks for your patience. No emergency or anything, but some phone calls you don't know until you answer them. And it was something important, but not an emergency. So thanks for hanging out. Yeah, thank you. And we got the ads out of the way while I was doing that, so that's great. This is very cool. This was from Blaze. Let's see here. The clip with Henry always cracks you up. You got shushed in stereo. I know. That was me with Mombidex, that I got to meet in person at a cafe in Portland way back in the day. Whoa, I gotta scroll up. You guys were chatting. You were chatting. You can't do any hard liquor or wine, and you can just do a few sips of beer. Yeah. A lot of people, it's like, alcohol is weird. Just kind of wrap up that topic. It's weird. It's like a big part of most cultures on our planet. But the truth of the matter is, it probably was discovered when some people had like soggy bread that fermented in water or something. Like, it actually contains a toxin that we can tolerate in limited amounts. Not trying to ruin anybody's fun. A lot of things that we eat. It's kind of funny if you really think about it, like stuff like cheese. No idea copying Cranston. I have no idea what the trivia question was. YOLO. Oh yeah, Cranston took a gamble and you followed, pandas. This is why, it's like when you're a kid and you decide you're going to try and peek over at your neighbor's answers because you think they have the right answers, and you end up getting burned. Your arm hurts. Your pain management doctor was mean to you while trying to help. Oh no. Your dad has a friend who quit drinking before you were even born, and a couple of times someone would try to slip alcohol. Are you kidding? They'd immediately get ejected from said party. Sometimes in the same way Jazz got sent home by Uncle Phil from The Fresh Prince. Yeah, well deserved, as they should have been. Exactly. That's just cruel. You guys remember the episode of what was it called? That show that used to be on with oh my gosh, it had a bunch of people in it. Freaks and Geeks. And the character Bill is allergic to peanuts, and a kid sneaks peanuts into his sandwich. And he ends up in the hospital, and the kid shows up to like apologize to him, like kind of half-heartedly. And I was like, I didn't know you might die. Well, I told you I was allergic, and you heard me saying it in class that I was allergic and that I would need an EpiPen if I ate it. Goodness gracious, it's just basic decency, you know what I mean? You became pretty protective over him at parties, even as kids. You'd wash his glass or can of soda like hawks, making sure nobody touched it. That's just wrong, though, that you had to do that. Also, probably explain, he's a musician, so he'd often be playing and not necessarily... Nobody should have to do that. But, yeah, that's ridiculous. And the bots are having a whole little conversation with themselves there for a minute. Streaming Minecraft can be disastrous. Just ask Mike, a.k.a. Canvas Monsters. Oh, no. Hi, Ritastic. Thank you, Ian. Welcome back. Hey, Smorf. How's it going? And Blaze is here, and we're looking at one of your paintings. It looks really cool, Blaze. Excellent work. Ian, you finished your cowl. Let's go. Oh no, Nomi. Oh, Nomi. Here, is this gonna work now?
We can make bread. Come on. I can make bread with it.
Bread. All right. Oh, Kasara, how cute are these? Haven't been posting for a while, so here are at least some of the things you've completed since May. These are adorable. Are you doing needle felting on them? They look really good. Or even if they're embroidered, either way. They look really cute. Aww. Very cute, Kasara. Oh, look at the little unicorn. Is this the Woobles pattern, but with different yarn? It looks good. I dig it. Oh, what a cute little cactus. You're pretty lucky. The only allergy you have that you're aware of is a couple antibiotics. You've had to deal with a doctor trying to prescribe you penicillin with your chart open on there. Oh, I know. Yeah, Blaze, my husband's allergic to anything in the sulfa. He's not supposed to have sulfa drugs, and people will prescribe it to him all the time. And luckily, he's smart enough to pay attention. Oh, cool. What are these called again? I've never played this. Are these from Final Fantasy? What are they called again? Sulfa. S-U-L-F-A. Sulfa. Caption doesn't like it. When you pointed it out, they tried to prescribe amoxicillin instead. You were like, please stop trying to kill me. Murloc. Thank you. It's a Murloc. Unicorn and cactus are both Woobles patterns with normal acrylic yarn. World of Warcraft. I can't keep track of all this stuff. Redtastic. And yes, you are another WoW addict. No, this is cool. This is very cool. Only reason you know that is Pix made one. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's very cool. These are neat. I like the bright colors. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Aw, how cute is this? That's very cute. A little bat. Look at the tongue sticking out. That's cool. How you doing, Nomi? How was your stream? Aw, little kitty cat. The clue is literally in the name there with that one, right? It's in the same family of drugs. It's if you're allergic to one, you might be fine with the other, but probably not. And better not to risk, not being able to breathe. It's a small thing. It was good. Finish another Starlight Gnome. Awesome. I saw you working on Starlight Gnomes. Very cute. This is the little kitty cat kit. Oh, that's so smart and such a cute idea. Using the pony beads to make a little hedgie. Who wants to breathe? So overrated. Hi, Karen. I love you the moistest. Aw, how cute. I like these shelves. That's very cool. Look at all those cuties. Adorable. Very cool. Thank you for sharing, Kasara. Awesome makes. A little video of the moo-moos from your new GoPro. Cool, Jess. Oh, look at the moo-moos. Oh, no. When I do that, hold on. When I do that, you can't see the whole video.
Oh, now you stop complaining.
Jess.
Silly.
Oh, look at the cows.
Hey, buddy.
Aww. Cute. Very cute, Jess. Thank you for sharing. Connie, living it up. You cutie. I love this. Connie's a big hockey fan. Always out going to hockey and concerts and all that stuff. How are we today, chat? Hope all are having a great day. Karen, we're doing all right. We're plugging away at the day. Breathing for you? Nope. Stares at albuterol and Symbicort inhalers. Oh, goodness. Yeah, and if you have like asthma and then you have allergies on top of it, and it's just, ugh. My mom had really bad like environmental allergies and asthma as a kid. And I think that it can be like the asthma is induced and or exacerbated by the allergies. Like how awful. She got over it, but she's always had a sensitive upper respiratory system. Cows, moo. I must aggressively cute hug them. That one with the horns is Jess. Yeah. You could say he's full of bull crap. You have those with twinsies. Ventolin and Flovent over here. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Always so much good stuff in the Discord. Yes, it's true. You prefer a big Scottish Highland red cow. You guys know Moo Moo Clover? I've talked about them a couple of times here. They are a Highland cow VTuber. Give them a follow. It's very wholesome, family friendly, and they are an artist who takes commissions for VTuber models. And just very, very sweet. Pleasant personality. Right after the hurricane hit, like Tennessee and all that, they did a fundraiser for it, even though they're still pretty new to streaming. And they actually just got partner after like 2 months of streaming. But it's because they had already built up an audience elsewhere. It's like, they had some people who were complaining in their Twitter replies about how fast they grew and accusing them of things. And it's like, you don't know someone else's whole story. Don't do that to people. Your asthma is very easily exasperated by your allergies. Oh, I'm so sorry. Scottish Highland cows are so cute. You want one just so you can pet it all day. Have I ever heard a Scottish person say Highland cows? No. No, Sea Wolf Pack. Why? Even your dad thinks he's... And if your dad says that about his cattle, it is very true. Now you want to paint a Highland cow. Becca made a Highland cow lovey not long ago. It sounds like Keelan Coos. So sweet. Sliding on in on the tail end of show and tell. It's taken me forever to get through it because I'm me. Highland coos are so stinking cute. Hello, KBJ. How you doing? When you were a kid, you used to call cows moo bums and sheep were baba bottoms because it made your little brother laugh. You don't live off them when you flare up. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Exposed to mold years ago. Oh no. When your allergies flare, it can be really bad. I'm sorry, Karen. Twitch is just one facet to the gems that we are. Thank you, Redtastic, because people want to only see one thing a lot of the time. You have a friend who calls them mookies. It's adorable. You might be trying to paint again. Good, Smorf. Got woken up by the seasonal exterminator, but it's okay because you get to catch some stream before going to sling meat. How's it going, Giv? What's up? Welcome in. KBJ says some fun commissions that you've done for folks. This was for someone who collects sand and dirt on every trip they go on and wanted a way to display it. Oh, that's smart. That's very cool. Like little test tubes. That's neat. I can dig it. Way cool. Build for a wildlife fighter to carry extinguishers in the back of his truck without them rattling around. Oh, smart. Very smart. Very smart. Display wall made from scrap wood in a bike shop in Portland. Coffee table made from an old fire fire pit and cherry wood. Ooh, that's smart repurposing. Neat. Display wall made from scrap wood in a bike shop in Portland. Oh, panoramic picture makes it look super warped. Got it. Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to fit the whole thing in there. I get you. Way cool. It's like the plastic slat shelving type thing, but with wood instead. Really neat. Meet Gypsy, one of your aunt's cats. Oh my goodness. What a precious sweetie. Boop. We got a boop. We didn't boop the cow. We didn't boop Connie either. Boop. Boop. And boop. We gotta boop the snoots. Gotta boop the snoots. Oh my goodness, there's so much booping that we missed out on. Boop. You don't even have a snoot, but I boop you anyways. You too, Murloc. Get booped. You're a cactus. Booping you might hurt. I don't care. It's my job. Boop. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. 9, it's okay. You really don't have... Yes, yes, I do. Even the Sphinx whose nose is missing. Boop. Okay? Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to do my job. Do I come to wherever you work, if you work, and tell you how?
Kosher Bacon Jam just powered up with 100 bits. Thanks for the gigantify and emote. Smile.
Like I said, D, even if it doesn't have a snoot, it gets the boop, okay? Wanted to hang walls, but wanted to look rustic. Yeah, hang walls. Yeah, you know a place just out of Portland where you can get 3 1/4 to 1/2 inch wood sheets. Wow. You have a gypsy kitty, but he's a ginger. Aw. Mr. Gnome just got home. No worries, Nomi. Sorry to hear the mold. Yes, allergies feels like it makes the asthma much worse these days. Is the inhaler a rescue type one? You should do something like that for your sand and shells from your anniversary trips each year's. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that would be fun. You know what else they make are the little plastic ball ornament, like put your own ornament stuff inside of them. You could get a bunch of those, maybe even wait and see if they have a bunch of them still after the holidays at a craft store. And they might be on like a deep discount. You know what I'm talking about, right? Sleeping Beauty, they're like 2 halves of a plastic clear see-through. See-through is clear. And vice versa. Although see-through isn't clear, actually, necessarily, but it can be. Could be opaque. Anyways, that you can pull them apart and you could put stuff in there, and that way you'd be able to put like a larger shell inside with like maybe a little bit of sand. And then you could hang them up on like a garland or something like that. That'd be cool. You could make something that looks like a piece of coral and hang them on there like ornaments, right? Like a coral tree. You're welcome for that idea. I'm never going to do it. Take it and run with it. I like having ideas. I don't necessarily always do a good job of executing them, finishing them. I did put some new stuff in the merch shop, and I did say today, if we unlock, which only means that we need to get one person to do, and it doesn't have to be the same person. But if we get all, how many is it? Hold on, not all, but let's see. Where did I put it? I can't find the thing. I had the stream elements thing. Maybe I closed it. So we're going to take a peek for a second at Star Trek Fleet Command. And thank you for the biddies, KBJ. Thank you for the Giga emote 100 bits. Thank you so much. Get booped, nerd. Come here then. It's more maintenance. Albuterol, you only use it if you need. They generally expire before you ever use it all, for which you're grateful. Yeah. You had an idea once, never again. You have lots of ideas. That's as far as it goes a lot of the time. Yeah. You like having ideas and getting them out of your head into the human verse where they can be free range creativity. You had a thought once. It died of loneliness. Oh no, Gev. Dashboard. I'm going to my Stream Elements dashboard and I'm going to sponsorships. And we have 12 days and 2 hours left. 100. What does it say? No, 50 is the max of those subs, but no, it's okay. We don't unlock that. We have had 2 of the bonus goals unlocked, which is reach operations center level 5 and unlock second ship. And there's a bunch of other goals. If we get 5 of these unlocked, I'll give away a hoodie from the fourth wall. And that means even one person doing it. So 4 people have reached operations center level 5 and 1 person has unlocked the second ship. 9, 12, 15. Ooh, the rest of these are pretty hard. Maybe we'll make this easier. If we get a total of 10 people to do any of it, I'll give away a hoodie. Set phasers to defrost. No, we're not defrosting Mariah. Is that what you're talking about? You're having one of those things, you know, a headache, but with pictures. Boop that snoot. Yeah. You may or may not be working on your third ship. Oh gosh, Maz, what have I done? Here, let me open up the game. Game. Oh, there's an update. All good, KBJ. In Discord, I did post about it in under gaming and nerding. In the gamer tags, friend codes, etc. channel. You're level 9, so that boost redeem will most likely not work for you after today. Let me... Yeah. Oh, we had it like this because it was being poopy before. Well, and it was hard to see some things. It's all good. What does this mean? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, sure. Whatever you say. Let's go back over here. Okay. Help all. Get helped, Alliance members. So if you want to join our Alliance in this game, first of all, if you want to play the game, you can download it here. It is actually pinned at the top of chat, but here, I'll put it in the chat again. If you download the game through that link and you play to level 5, and I'm at level 4 and I've maybe invested about an hour and a half in playing this, max. It does help benefit the stream. It increases my sponsorship payout, but there's no pressure whatsoever. Please don't even think about doing it unless this sounds like a fun game for you to play. Are you the person that unlocked ship number 2 in the tracker? Most likely. We got some stuff. Yeah. You can gotcha in this. Claim. Done. Claim. In order to claim all, I think there's something you have to buy, which is kind of obnoxious, but what are you going to do? Premium recruit token. Ew. You go back and you say, yes, that's fine. This is them trying to get you to buy stuff, which, hey, if you're enjoying the game, again, if you're enjoying the game and you find that it's something that you would be, you think would be of value, like unlocking a second builder and stuff, Stream Elements will gift subs on top of financial compensation. But again, I don't want anyone to feel like that's a necessity in any way. It tells you have to disable your ad block to download it. Well, don't worry about it. You can download it on mobile. It'll work on mobile. I don't know if you play mobile games. It's available and it counts on Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android. Open all 4. Do it. Gib. Okay, yeah. Open all 4. How come you're not just done? Okay, we're done. I don't even know what just happened. It's fine. By tapping the link. By tapping that link that says sturms.net/Star Trek _9.5. PvE chaste. Officer XP 10. That was underwhelming. Recruit. Oh, I already did that. Here, we could go in here though, and we could say, let's level up. Can we level up? Oh, I think we have to promote first. Wait, what? Recall assigned ship home to promote this officer. Oh, you're out. Sorry. You got the same message, but you were able to open the link in an incognito window instead. Oh, see Wolfpack with the hacks here. Let's see. Level up. Level up, level up, level up. Get leveled up, Jordy. Can we collect more officer shards to promote? We don't have that. We don't have that. We can level you up, though. Get leveled up, bro. Oh, how convenient. Leveling this officer up is exactly how much of this I have left. Coincidence? I think not. We can promote you, and then we can level you up. And we can do it again. John Cluck Picard or John Luke Pluckard? We have an alliance, yes, Smorf. And the thing is, once you download it and get through the tutorial and all that, what you'll need to do is transfer servers if you're not already on Universe US Kazon, Kazon 713. Otherwise, I can't invite you. Has anybody downloaded the game, started playing, wants to join the alliance, and needs an invite? Let me know in chat. I did also put instructions in Discord under the friend codes, etc. channel in the gaming and nerding category. Ships. I did that. Thank you. I don't even know what it is I'm claiming. It's fine. Go. What am I doing? Do I want to recall this? I have no idea. I don't know what that means. Here, we get to claim this stuff up here. Hey, cool Death Star. Don't you mean you should say, hey, cool moon? That's no moon. We claimed all this stuff. There's a lot of like, oh, there's a red two here. What does that mean? Okay, green check mark. Good. Excellent. And then another green check mark. Okay, looter. Because I'm a looter, baby. So why don't you gift me all of your inventory? Well, what do I do here? Recall, I guess. Everything keeps telling me to recall, so we're going to do it. We did it. And then there's something up here. It's like, why do you keep telling me there's something here? Because you... Oh! Well, all right. Fine. That's pretty. But I'm not going to bother with it. Me, please. Let me in. Oh, yeah, D. Gosh, I'm sorry. We go down here to Alliance. Would you like to form an alliance with me? And we go to invite. And for some reason, we're inviting Dee Dee again because the game is silly. Is it DD85? Yep, there you are. I don't know why you got kicked out. Come on. Invitation was sent to player successfully. You literally cannot do anything. Yeah, right. You have to go through a bunch of the tutorial first. How do you know how much you have left to do to get to next level in game? Wow. It's like you think that
Maybe 9 is the most competitive person I know.
Just, you know.
For a gamer.
That I'm some kind of gamer. You did the tutorial. You tried transferring last time. Some people were saying there was like that you had to join an alliance and then you would be able to like progress past. So you can join an alliance.
The old Ferengi proverb, expand or die, is wise advice in a galaxy at war. As a fleet commander, you must upgrade your station to extend your capabilities. Expand your crew by recruiting new officers. Construct powerful new ships and explore the galaxy. Defeat dangerous enemies, testing your
uninstall and reinstall, Smorf. Did you make a Scopely ID?
Final frontier is yours, Commander. Make it so.
Make it so, chat. You can enhance a ship's offense and defensive capabilities. Shouldn't it be offensive? Maybe they'd be offensive. I don't want my ship to have offensive capabilities. I care about other people. Defensive capabilities by assigning an officer to it. Okay. Repair the Realta first. Then manage the ship to choose an officer and assign them aboard. Okay. Assign your new recruit to your ship. Oakley dokley. I hit go. Why aren't you doing the thing? Crewing up. I have no idea what's happening right now. Okay, you tempted me. Goes to download game. I mean, I hope you enjoy it. No. Seriously, don't mess with this unless you want to, and it sounds like fun. I did that. What about this? What else? Crewing up. Recall. I recalled the ship. Why are you telling me to recall my ship? I did it already. Upgrade, Parsteel, something. Okay, back. We're in whatever this place is called again. We've got this. Can we upgrade this? Do it. Ask for help. Everybody needs help sometimes, chat. We've got this. We can say build, but then it'll say, "Nyeh, sorry. Yep. You don't have a second builder." I do get a reimbursement plus a little extra if I. It's constantly stuck at 66%. Ooh, I don't know. As long as the milestones you need are part of the F2P, you'll hit every one of them free. Aw, that's so sweet. That's very kind. So the milestones are like level 5. What are they? Level 5, level 5 unlocks second ship. Unlocks permanent second builder requires that you spend money. Only do that if you're really enjoying the game and you feel like that would make it easier for you to progress faster because you want to be able to do that. Reach operations center level 9, level 12, level 15, level 17, level 19, and level 21. Level 15 alliance also adds a set amount bonus to the payout. So how about this? If we can get 10 people in here unlocking some of these other bonuses, if we get 10 people doing it, no matter what the bonuses are, and if we get a level 15 alliance, I'll do a hoodie. I'll do a hoodie giveaway, and I'll do 2 mugs, a hoodie and 2 mugs. Okay. Thank you for playing with me. I just want you to enjoy it. That's all. Officers. The background music stopped, which is interesting. So whatever, fine. We'll play our own background music. I don't care. You love the fact that the loading page says never give up, never surrender. Go Galaxy Quest. Star Trek. They have a crossover, please. If you type in the keyword galaxy in the in this, you should be able to claim an avatar if you're interested in it. Claim. Thank you, Ali K. I see you sending help. Thank you, Ali K. Hi. You had a couple of times you had to close the game and restart it. Redeem code right here. You should be able to redeem code Galaxy like this. Okay. It's going to tell me, sorry, Commander, you're not eligible to claim this code because I've already claimed it. And I've already claimed that as well. Boost is not working for some people for some reason, and I need to tell them that. Need help? Talk to us. And don't you dare feel bad about this, Maz. Some of my viewers are missing signups players, in-game budget goal, invitation request, campaign extension, activity feed not updating, optional bonus goal. Some of my viewers are reporting that they are unable to claim the additional rewards that are available using the boost code in-game. And they have also tried redeeming it on the website. Please advise. There, that took almost no time at all. Yeah, their AI chatbot didn't even understand what I was trying to say and had to ask me twice. Now I'm having to choose a bunch of extra stuff. Now select a subcategory. Oh my. I'm just going to say bonus goal to get through this. We'll email you back as soon as we can. Okay. Ooh, you going to play the game with us, Kev? Did you uninstall it entirely, Smorf, and reinstall? In game it says, sorry, Commander, you are not eligible to claim this code. Are you sure you didn't claim it? On the site, it says that it is expired. Boost says expired. Okay, thank you. What is the alliance name? Just finished the tutorial. Also, hello, friends. Tell me your in-game name, Ghost Glass, and I'll send you an invite as long as you are in the right server. However, if you haven't transferred servers yet, you need to go to this server. Universe. And if you don't know where to do that, I'll show you right now. So once you've gotten through the tutorial and you actually can get to this screen. Right. I sent them an email and that's all I can really do, guys. And I'll let you know what they say. Hopefully they'll get back to me soon. I might post the response in that channel in the Discord. It's called gamer tags, friend codes, etc. Gamer tags, friend codes, etc. And that's also where I've put the instructions for how to make sure you're in the correct server. But I'll show you right now. So under player profile, here you are. Change your in-game name to whatever you want right here. And then see right here, it shows you if you're in an alliance. You go down here, you're not in an alliance and you want to change servers, you go to settings. Okay? And you're going to see all this here. Universe is where you look for what server you've been assigned to. Ours is US 713 Kazon. I don't know how to say it. I don't speak Klingon. And then, so if you're not seeing it right away, right? Once you're ready to transfer, make sure you search for it and get this exact server. Because see, like, look, there's a lot of them. Okay? A ton. Even within US, look how many servers there are. And once you've transferred servers, you won't be able to do it again, I believe, until level 12 or unless you purchase a server transfer token as part of a bundle. Ads in 2 minutes and less snooze. Thank you. So once you're in this server, US 713, can you even see it on the screen right now? It's hard to see because it's being blocked by all of this nonsense here. US 713 Kazon, Kazon, Kazon. Once you're in that server, then you should be good to go, and I should be able to send you an invite. And you just tell me unfortunately, we did this once before and we had an open alliance and people Kazon. Thank you. People joined and were kind of weird. So, these are the people that are in it already. Like, we must have lost somebody else too, because there were 9 this morning when I went and looked. And now there's 9 again, even after you joined, D. This is my other account. That's why it's level 7. But not our kind of weird, a different kind of weird. Maybe you can try using a different email address for Google Play and just start over. I mean, yeah, I don't know how you would like delete your whole account / whatever in this. Smorf, I mean, you could try going to StarTrekFleetCommand.com and seeing if they have an FAQ in there at all about it. Are you on an iPhone or Android trying to do this on mobile? So when you're in an alliance, right, and you run up against this whole thing about like, I just did it. I helped an alliance member. You run up against this whole thing about like, you know, all your builders are busy or whatever. That's what the alliance is for. It's for you to help each other with your building and your research and all that good stuff. So damaged. The ship is damaged. We'll repair it. We will rebuild it. Free. Okay, so now we've done that. Ships. Unlocking the second ship is one of the goals for the campaign. So this is the one I think that you have unlocked automatically. And then you have to have a level 5 shipyard and a level 1. You have to unlock the Orion Corvette. Level 5 shipyard. I don't even think I have a shipyard at all. Operations level 5. See, it'll take you to where you need to go. See, Par Steel Warehouse 4. Upgrade. You have a completed building construction job in your queue that must be collected before you start another job. Okay. Their site wasn't super helpful. Android. Woot. Relocated for the first time. Let's go. Collect. Okay, free. Get upgraded. Thank you. I will collect that. Alliance. What's the deal? Why do I have a notification? Why? I think I've helped everyone. Ask for help? Nope. Arena? Is that what they want me to look at? Yeah, I don't know if we want to do that just yet, but we can. Arena available on November 18th. That's 6 days from now. And that'll still be part of when we're in our campaign, actually. DD, I see you down here in the chat. Lol, I think I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque. D. Oh, my goodness. War room, what's that? It'd be cool if we could visit each other's ships. Oh, be sure your operations building is at level 20 should you wish to unlock your glorious war room. How about just a regular war room? I don't need it to be glorious. What is this? Oh, is this the video we watched earlier? Oh, okay. This is like news. Yes. Okay, that's cool. These are all things that I probably should read, and I will read maybe at some point, but I can't stand having those notifications. It drives me crazy. I'm like, I have to click on it. What's going on? It's the Coop Troop, Gav, but you need to tell me your in-game name and make sure that you have swapped to the universe that we're in, because it won't even work. You won't even be able to find it. Even if I had it open, you wouldn't be able to find it until you swap universes. You have to be in US 713 Quezon. I want to claim. Claiming. Done. Ghost Glass, you have to join an alliance, which is different from a server. Did you join US 713 Quezon? Because I won't be able to send you an invite. Otherwise. And does it have the tildes in it? It has these symbols? Or is it just Mac 22? Like that. Yeah, I'm sorry people are having trouble. That's not good. I mean, Pinterest will do that to you, Sleeping Beauty. And Pinterest is kind of I'm not really that. I've never really been that into it. It also has an exclamation point, huh? Okay. Uh-oh. If you don't pop up right away, chances are you're not going to pop up at all, unfortunately. You have to be right. Okay. So you need to join an alliance, and then, so where you do that is actually going to be, come on, name does not exist. Yes, I know. It's going to be in here. So if you get into an alliance, then you should be able to transfer servers, but there's like a thing you have to complete in the tutorials. It shouldn't make a difference. And then once you're in that, you'll go into, I clicked up here. I know it's hard to see because the widget is covering it. I clicked on my profile picture and that pops this screen open. Then you click on or tap on settings. And under this screen, you're going to see universe, and it will show you what universe you're placed in. And then you should, once you unlock a server transfer token, be able to transfer. but you can only do it once until you reach level 12 or purchase a transfer token or earn one. There's like, I think some ways you can purchase or earn them. But otherwise you don't get one again until you're level 12, I believe. At least that's what I read. So you need to be in US 713 KSON before I'll be able to send you an invite. And even if I had an open server, you wouldn't even be able to find our alliance until you're in the correct server. Unfortunately, that's just how it works. They should make this easier, and they should just give you a link that invites people to your alliance and then gives them the option to swap to your server. Like says, okay, if you want to join this alliance, you'll need to use a server transfer token to swap to their server. Would you like to do that? Confirm. Yes, no. Like this feels like it's a lot of steps for us to be able to play together. And that would be the feedback I would offer them if they asked me for feedback about it. Making people jump through a bunch of hoops, it's kind of a little bit much. And you guys are awesome. Those of you that have had to struggle with it and have managed to persevere until you've figured it out, I appreciate you, but please don't let this cause you any stress. It's not worth it. Speed up. Oh, I asked for help though. It's okay. What's going on over here? What do we got over here? We need, oh my goodness. I'm just going to do it. Do it. Do it. Level 5 operations. Let's go. Collect. Woohoo. We got ourselves a little cutscene here, chat.
In a galaxy at war, you
need to have friends.
Commanders
do you?
Work with you for greater rewards. Because in the silent
friends are good.
Of space, it's good to know someone has your back.
This is true.
Alliances are crucial for advancement. Find your alliance, Commander. And
okay. I have an alliance. Why are you telling me to find my alliance? I already have an alliance. Because you show this to everybody that reaches that level. In case they haven't joined one yet. All right. I don't know why. Tell me why there's a red exclamation point. Tell me why. Assign your new recruit to your ship. Okay. Ew. Hello? Stop texting me, Safeway. I know. My order is ready. Thank you, Safeway.
Welcome to the
Oh
fart
my
zone.
goodness. What in the heck is happening right now? How dare you? Hello, welcome to the fart zone. How's it going? I can't believe you. And here I am playing a game. How hilarious. How funny is this? You guys raid me and I'm sitting here playing Star Trek Fleet Command like the nerd that I am. What's up, nerd? I love you so much. Moco made us say for the kids. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Craftwinds, thank you for redeeming Brick and Attack at the end of that. Hi, Leia. How are you? Forever Alexandra, welcome in. Readers, hello. Omaha 3D Prince, how are you doing? Traveling Tatter, it's lovely to see you. Rexy the Savage, how's it going? And Moco with the 20-month resub as well. Don't think you're sneaking that in there with all this chaos. Hi, Megan. Hi, Smiling Katie did. Thank you for the follow, Smiling Katie did. Solemn's here, Pezliz. What's going on, everybody? Welcome in, friends. How are you? Why Kitsune Cat, hello. Moco made us say for the kids. Thank you, guys. We do a lot of stuff for St. Jude. We've participated in the Moco's smashing success of a team campaign for St. Jude. When I first started streaming over 6 years ago now, one of the people who inspired me to start streaming, and I know that Darren and I actually have this in common, our origin story, was a guy who goes by the name of Dr. Lupo. And when I found his channel and found out about live streaming and that people could play video games and be like mildly entertaining and other people would come and watch them, I was like, well, I could do that. Little did I know, it is actually a lot more difficult than it looks, right? But he also, and many other people on this platform, inspired me to support St. Jude. And the Mocos continue. They are part of that story as well, continuing to inspire me and to uplift other creators and to help them get involved in charity. And I love you guys, and you're amazing. I'm a very proud member of Team Moco Loco. I'm also, right now, my display team is Team Quirky Cluckers, which is our charity team. And we are participating in St. Jude Creative season this year. I don't have my goal bar on the screen for a reason, which is this. I'm really trying to get a bunch of our teammates to their goals. Clearly, I would love it if you wanted to donate. And if you do, you'd be welcome to use this link to donate to our Tiltify campaign, and you'll get alerts and everything. I'm just really trying because we had such a successful stream. We got front page promotion. We had a bunch of awesome guests, many of them fellow teammates of Team Moco Loco. We raised a ton of money for St. Jude during that stream. And while I'm not going to close my campaign, I want to push the focus to our teammates. We did also do an auction. So our team total that's at the bottom of chat right down here, you can actually add, because we had the same problem where like, I really want to convince Tiltify to allow us to do team auctions, like true team auctions. The auction raised $1,243.10 across 20 listings. We are small but mighty, and I'm so proud of our team. And thank you, huge thank you to everyone who participated in that, whether it was that you offered a listing, you bid on something, you shared that the auction was going on, you cheered people on who won. And I actually am working on Becca's blanket. This is going to be a 19,600 square corner-to-corner blanket of the St. Jude logo. $13,823.50 is our grand total, incorporating the auction total. Thank you so much to everybody who's made that happen. I think that is a very cool idea, but I think that would be harder to achieve than maybe even just simply having it go to the team total and not to like say someone's individual total or even to my Tiltify raised total. I don't want credit for it. Someone has to facilitate it, you know? But yes, welcome in everyone. And if you've never been here before, hi. This is the reason I'm called 9.5. It's because I'm missing half a finger. I don't know how many people who are here know that. I used to work restaurants and I had a coworker who thought he was real hilarious. And he threw that nickname out at me one day, and he's lucky I have a good sense of humor. You could say the nickname stuck, unlike the top half of my finger. We have a read video for you guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. You are so wonderful, and you do so much for this platform and so much for the creative categories particularly. And I just adore you both and your sweet little baby that's on the stream, Baby Ray, and by extension, like the whole family. It's such a lovely and wholesome experience in there. It's an 18 and over stream, but don't let them fool you with their degeneracy. There's some of the sweetest and most amazing and most generous people I've ever met. The feeling is very mutual. I love you both. I love you all, your whole family. I love your mom. She's so amazing. Please enjoy this raid video before any of the rest of you make the mistake of following the channel. I want you to watch this video. It's very important. Why? Because Twitch has a very strict policy regarding follows. Not only is there a 2,000 following cap, which we talk about and kvetch about all the time, me and the Mocos, it's not fair. They need to knock that off because I run up against it all the time. But there are no refunds or exchanges on Twitch follows. I'm so sorry. Very strict policy. I've tried. I have advocated... Twitch says, nope, sorry, 9. We don't care. We don't care how long you've been on this platform. You love hearing the Yiddish? Well, you know, my grandma, she would probably come up to me wearing this and go, what's this schmatte you wear? Anyways, raid video, and then we'll show you what we're working on for crafting, but I also have a sponsorship with Stream Elements, so we're just checking out a game, and if any of you want to play it with us, you'd be welcome to, but here's the raid video.
Freaking out right now! I'm fangirling!
You have no clothes on! No!
Get supported, nerd!
flipping way. You didn't do it.
Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody.
We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh?
What? She was so hard.
There's people out here with reputations at stake.
Isn't that amazing? Our friend Forrest Cabin Reads, aka Ruru, made that video. You know what's the most amazing thing about that video? The Moni scream, I know. The pie clip will never get old. You know what's the most amazing thing about that video? Rue approached me and asked, would you mind if I used your clips to practice making montage videos? And I said, no, of course not. I'm flattered. Thank you. Now, Karen. Oh my goodness. Ghost, I knew it. You put runs in the chat and I was like, yeah, it does sound like you got the runs, Ghost. It really does. No, it's the fact that I gave Rue I'm just going to keep talking through this noise. Absolutely no instructions to start at all. Nothing about what I wanted in a raid video, montage video, whatever. And Rue brought that back to me. And I was like, well, sold. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, how much do you charge for these videos? And she's like, no. I did it to practice. And I'm like, yes, I know that, but I'm going to use it for my raid video. And a bunch of other things. It's a finished piece. It needs no adjustment. How much do you charge? And she quoted me a price and I paid it. I'm not saying that you need to do that every time, but I'm sure like that Derek and Devin would agree. When somebody provides you with something that's professional quality and you're prepared to use it, particularly to like support your brand or something, like let's say it's an asset that you can get for free on the internet. Do they have a Ko-fi link? Do they have a tip link? Do they have a Patreon? Do they have a paid version? If you can afford it, support them, please. It means so much to people who are small artists and artisans and small business people when you go out of your way like that. Not only does it help them continue doing what they're doing, like, okay, you want a discount? Look for your discount from Burger King. Look for a discount from Amazon. Use that Amazon Prime on MocoMate, twitch.tv/MocoMate. Take advantage of the corporations and their discounts and their coupons and their sales all you want. When your friends are making and selling stuff, if they're having a sale, you know, go ahead. All I'm saying is, I know that, like, for example, I bet you there are people that are part of the Moco community who, hi, Bells. Thank you for the 15 months. Let me do chicken squawks for you in a second. I'm sure there are people who did the Moco partner party and did sales, did percentage off, and probably received tips to make up for it, because there are people out here who recognize. I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm just saying when people go out of their way to do that, when they say, that's so nice of you to offer a discount. I don't want a discount. I want to support you at the price that you charge. I feel strongly about this as a person who streams for a living and also happens to be involved as an owner and the wife of the operator of our small family-run business in St. Helens called Pantheon Comics and Games. You know, when people who know you come in and they go, well, what's the friends and family discount? Like, maybe I would have given you one, but it's tacky to ask for it. When you should take advantage of a discount is September, when the creator still gets the same amount of support, but Twitch gets less of your money. I'll come right out and say it. I'm a partner. But like, if you sub to me 6 months in advance during September, I'm like, heck yeah, I get that discount. You know what I mean? Oh, did you really, Bells? That's crazy. You know, like all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So thank you both for your support. Moco's for 20 heckin' months. That's amazing. Oh, really? Well, Bells, I don't want you to dox yourself, but if you're ever in the vicinity, let me know. And if possible, we'll try and schedule a meetup, maybe either at the shop or we're even further away from Portland. Are you in Columbia County? DM me. What the heck? Anyway, we've got Moco's with 20 months and Bells with 15 months. Thank you guys so much. Ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Thank you so much. I love you guys. You're amazing. If you're not already following Moco Maid, I've known the Mocos forever. I actually waited until after we got partnered to join the Moco team, because I just felt like I knew they supported me, and you did so hard. If I came in and was like, yeah, applied and I got rejected, you were like, don't worry about it. Keep going. You were so awesome. You treated me like a teammate before I even was one. And that's why I joined. I love you guys. I love what you do. I'm super heckin' proud of you. I admire you. You are an inspiration to a lot of us. And I love how you keep it real. I'm pretty fond of people from the East Coast because my dad was from New York, and that's where all the experience I have growing up with a Jewish family member comes from. He was my stepdad, but he took me into his heart like his flesh and blood, and I was lucky to have known him, even though he had a lot of problems. And I joke that the Mocos are like the cousins I never had growing up. So I love you guys, and thank you so much for the raid. You transferred to my universe successfully, and your new user ID is GhostGlass320. Excellent. I will get into that in just a second. Bells, we need to do 15 rubber chicken squawks for you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I know it's noisy. I'm not offended if you turn the volume down or up. Do whatever you want. I'm not your mom. Ready? Into 1, into 2, into 3. Yeah! Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it. You're kidding me. That is too funny. Well, I mean, honestly, we could have even passed each other walking down the street at this point. That is too funny. So I am a crocheter. I'm a fiber artist. I learned to crochet when I was 7. My mom's friend taught me. But like I said earlier, I didn't find Twitch until Ooh, here's a message from Amanda from St. Jude, actually. I can't tell you what it is. But cool. That I just saw because I was looking at my DMs. We do a lot of crafts around here. I do yes. Oh yeah. Dare, are you still here? I know sometimes people have to read and run. Dare, you get to pick my pair I wear. I'm actually not wearing toppers on my glasses today. I took them off yesterday and never put another topper. I don't know how. I don't know if I've worn them without a topper on them this long since I got toppers. Since I ordered them. You and Ray are watching. Is this Dev? Dev on the Mokomate account. Topperless. Redtastic. We keep it PG-13. No, it's debt. I gotta give you a hard time. I love you. It's Dare. All right, what do you want? Here, let me show you what your choices are. Let me show you real quick. You're holding a baby. I get it. She handed you the baby. Hey, that's a mother's prerogative. That's another thing. That's another thing my grandma would say. She used to scratch us with her nails and she'd go, it's a grandmother's prerogative to scratch her grandchildren. What a weirdo. All right, your choices are Lime Green, Batgirl, The Irises, Grogu, Coffee Beans, Party Chicks, 8-Bit Hearts, The Arcade Maze, Mint Sparkle, Rainbow Knit, Cheetah Spots, Skulls and Roses, Buffalo Plaid, Pumpkin Pin Dot, Pop Art, Purple Sparkle, Berry Jam Hexagons, and Cats and Yarn. But you said 8-Bit Hearts. I'm not surprised. Devin and Derek do actually game on stream, even though their stream is heavily centered on art and making. They play a lot of like co-op 2-player games and actually absolutely shred at it. Didn't you place on the leaderboard for like a speed run of Bread and Fred? Are you guys still on that leaderboard? Chimera and I have to play Played Up again. I don't know about Bread and Fred or Chained Together. I played Chained Together with Q and Kim and Nerp. Never again. Unless it's for the babies. 14th place. That's awesome. Good for you guys. Then also you get to pick a sticky for my desk. We do these for sub gifters, and then I was like, well, we should do them for readers too, because like, I know you agree. Sure, financial support is awesome and important for those of us that are full-time creators and artists, right? Like I wouldn't be able to do this to the level that I can do it if it weren't for that. But bringing your audience, your community over in a raid is absolutely 1000% an amazing gift. And you could have picked a ton of people to raid and you chose us. Ham, salmon, spam, cabbage, garlic, steak, bacon, squid, broccoli, bread, bell pepper, or fish. I'm making you make all these choices after you finish streaming. How cruel, huh? Bacon. You guys were so confused when Kosher Bacon Jam came into your channel. I was like, I think he had to take off, but he was here earlier. And he was awesome. He provided that very cool moderator badge thing for the auction. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Big hugs to you. He's a sweetheart. He's a really, really... And he also lives in the Pacific Northwest, actually. Not terribly far from where I am. We actually figure we probably know some people from restaurants, but we've both defected. And funny enough, you know, my husband doesn't do it anymore, clearly, since we have the shop. But Hubs went to grocery meat cutting before we were able to open the shop. So this blanket, here, I'll show you on this screen. Oh, I appreciate that, Bells. Yeah, we'll figure something out because it sounds like we're rather close. You know, again, safety first and not divulging exact locations, etc. But which I know you totally understand. And even though Hubs is on board with me doing this for a living, he can be awfully protective, which I appreciate and understand. So he always asks me, especially the first time, he's like, you need to be meeting people in public places. I'm like, oh, I understand. I agree. You know, just as a rule, right? So this is going to be a queen size blanket, which is, you know, no small thing, obviously. The design is just the St. Jude logo. See, this is kind of how I'm... in order to get around that stuff, you just got to make it yourself, unfortunately, Dare. We were talking to Dare's channel about some trouble they've had with Bonfire. Don't get me started. We also do a lot of other charity stuff here. We support Starlight Children's Foundation every December and March. And, you know, sometimes I also run a short campaign in September for them. But we also work with an organization called Big Table. And if anybody's curious about, you know, my experience doing charity on the platform, which I've done with Tiltify exclusively, but I am happy to share. And we do have a Discord server, and we do a show and tell once a day, just kind of like, you know, kind of like we Shart over at the Mocos. Get your mind out of the gutter. Shart is a portmanteau of share and art. Okay. Yeah, it's a big blanket, and Becca successfully bid on it and won. I know we don't have a command for it, Cranston. We should. Big Table is a nonprofit that works with people in the restaurant and hospitality industry, which is what I did for a living for 25 years before I found Twitch and was able to go full time. They don't just provide funding. They provide counseling and outreach to help people who are in difficult financial and other, you know, like mental health crises and things like that, with the help and the support they need to like successfully improve their situation long term, which I think is really important. A lot of times, you know, yes, of course, if there is a crisis like with housing or access to food or needing transportation to a job, etc., you know, giving someone money to cover those expenses is extremely helpful, clearly. But without appropriate support outside of that, it can be difficult. I just picked this up and started crocheting, even though we're still in the Star Trek category. You know, so it's a tricky situation because restaurant work, hospitality work, it is one of the industries that truly vulnerable members of our society can find employment when they're exiting those situations, whether it's domestic violence or they have been incarcerated, etc. So what Big Table is doing is trying to help those people to not keep falling back into homelessness, substance abuse, incarceration, all these things that end up making it so it's very difficult for them to make a fully successful reentry into society and being able to provide for themselves. Dignity, honestly, I think is what they're really trying to help people find. So as a former restaurant industry person, I really found that that was very cool. And I'm the only person, to my knowledge, literally on Twitch who has fundraised for them. So they approached me also because this beautiful community decided they were going to go behind my back. And for my birthday a couple of years ago, they all went and made donations to the charity outside of any kind of Tiltify campaign, but they all put that they were donating in honor of my birthday. And I love you guys so much for that. I can't even begin. Like, I still think about it all the time. I hope you know that. You're so amazing.
It's mother.
Hit the wrong button. I moved all my Stream Deck buttons and I'm all discombobulated. But what we were doing when you guys got here is this. And we'll wrap this up now. Was there anyone else? Us? Yeah. That was fun. You made me cry. Yeah, I'm glad that that's entertainment for you guys. I'm glad that's your idea of a good time. Can we level up? Yes. Let's keep going. Why not? Oh, tier up your ship to increase its max level. What does that mean? Oh, upgrade. Is that it? Oh, maybe not. Whatever. I enjoy this game. I've played it before. I've played it for Stream Elements sponsorships, but I'm a fan of Star Trek, particularly The Next Generation and Captain Jean-Luc Picard for life. He's my favorite. And it is available and it counts if you play it on Windows, Mac, iOS, or Android. If you use the link that's pinned at the top of chat to download the game with whatever platform you do it on, it counts toward our goals for additional. The only reason I took this sponsorship, outside of being a Star Trek fan, was because they did actually offer me a base rate. And anytime they ask me for feedback about their sponsorships on Stream Elements, I always make mention of the fact that any of these that involve a base rate are that much more attractive to me because I'm being compensated for my time no matter what. And yes, of course, I will encourage people to try the game out and hope that they enjoy it. But this makes the whole experience that much better for me. You're trying to make an ally of the Romulans? You should have thought about that before you became an enemy of Nausicaa. Okay, Gavilar. Dude, don't get your undies in a bunch. My champion, Barlak, is here with his fleet to destroy you. Oh my god. Dude. Could I offer you some CBD lotion? Hello, Plo. How are you? Picard for life. Yeah, he's my favorite. You need to click the boxes for weapons and shields around the ship and then upgrade the tier. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. God, you guys are such better gamers than me. I don't know what that is. I said okay. If you want to join if you want to form an alliance with me, a la Dwight and Jim, all you got to do is play through the tutorial till you get to the point where you can swap servers. You'll go in under your profile picture. You click your profile picture. You'll get to your settings. Under this menu, you'll see Universe, and you need to switch to 713 Kazon. Yeah, Donna, it's cool. Don't worry about it. A lot of the goals only count for new players, but it's fine. If you guys want to play with us, though, I would love to have you. Please join our alliance if you'd like to. That actually also helps. So even if you've already played the game and done the sponsorship, if you help us get our alliance to level 15, that increases my payout. But again, no pressure whatsoever. Again, under settings, you'll find the option to swap servers. You can only swap servers once until you're level 12. US 713 Kazon is the server. So once you've swapped to it, go ahead and do that. And then I need to invite someone. You think you finished the tutorial? Yeah, some people have had trouble with this and it's like getting stuck on downloads or updates or something, which kind of stinks. I'm sorry about that. There you are, Ghost Glass. I got you. Send an invite. Am I missing anybody else? Or missing anything in chat? Streamer tiers are the most entertaining. Got really good news yesterday. Is it news you can share with us, Plo? We like good news. You're back. Just cleaning your room while you listen. No worries, Bells. Plo! That's amazing! Let's go! Plo, that's awesome. Plo, I am so happy for you. Congratulations. That's very cool. I can help. I helped 3 Alliance members. Excellent. See? Guys, I know it's scary sometimes applying for stuff like that. Scopely Account Recruitment Award, whatever that means. Cool, I think. Fantastic, Ghost Glass. Welcome. So being in an alliance helps you progress faster. There's things you can do together as an alliance, like battles you can participate in and stuff. This is the 3rd time I think we've done a sponsorship for this game. Again, no pressure. Please don't feel like there's any pressure for you to do anything at all, even to play it, honestly. If you click on the link, that is even helping, actually, to go check it out. Ooh, I got Quark! Even though Ferengis are kind of Ferengi-y. We're gotchaing, chat. Decius. Livis. Nyota Uhura. Cool. Yuki Sulu. Aight. Mirek. 6 of 11. Gary Mitchell. Spock. Marlena Moreau. Some of these characters I'm not as familiar with because they're from other shows in the franchise. Open one more. What do we get? Six of 11, 5 of 11, 10 of 11, 7 of 11, 1 of 11. 7 11, what? Marcus, Mitchell, more Uhura, more Decius, more Spock. Okay, pretty much kind of all the same stuff, or is this like all building on it? You were scared to even apply because honestly you didn't think you'd get in, but hubby pushed you to do it and you did the thing. And there's apparently quite the wait list for it. So you beat a lot of people out. See, Plo? You see, Plo? Okay. Okay. Cool. Epic, rare, epic, whatever that means. More Spock.
This is a nerd alert.
Oh my God. Plo! We all know her. She's in the chat right now. She's an amazing graphite artist who also works in colored pencil. She makes wonderful greeting cards and amazing one-of-a-kind photorealistic drawings. And as she just said, she just got accepted to her local Comic-Con's Artist Alley. And you're so proud of her. Me too. We are proud of you, Plo. Flo's art really is very cool. Please, 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 please give Flo a follow. Also, buy one, get one, Bells. Buy one, get one. Everybody make sure you follow Bells, too. Has a very distinct art style, which I really love. All the little witchies. So cute. Okay, whatever this means. I get stuck in these screens, and it kind of almost stresses me out. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Sure. Yeah, give me all of it. Give me another. Just go. Open one more. Do it. Another. Done. Cool. I got stuff. I have no idea what's happening. Standard recruit. Sure. One chest. Gib. Do it again. Done. Okay. We got a bunch of stuff. I just want all the red things to go away. Oh, wait. I got to help people. There's some people who need help. Help all. Winner. I'm a winner. Chat. Look, I'm a wiener. Just long as I'm not a busted wiener. I'm kidding. We love busted. Busting makes him feel good. Missions. We're PG-13. Sometimes I push the boundaries of that. Don't at me. Claim. Okay. Collect. Excellent. We got like 15 minutes. Anything else? What else? Missions. I don't know what's happening. Locate. Andy, we don't have that as a command here. But you'd be welcome to share yours if you'd like to. I'm attacking a ship. I don't know why. Because I felt like it. Because the button was there, so I pressed it. Beep, beep. You reminded yourself to not drop an F-bomb in chat when Plo said she got into Artist Alley. You caught yourself. Oh my goodness. And anybody who ever wants to share what they are, you're welcome to do so here. We welcome and we are excited to have everyone. Alliance. What else am I doing? Are we done? Am I done? I think I'm done for today, you guys. Oh, help all. Gotta help everybody. Gotta make sure we're helping each other. So, yeah, I enjoy the game. I would say, you know, it can be a time sink if you want it to. But it doesn't have to be either. You have to change that. I believe you have to change that, Andy, in the extension that that determines how that appears on the screen. That's part of the, what is it called again, everybody? I forget the name of the extension that you use for this, that it's connected to. Can anybody help me? I am so sorry. It's called Alejo. And you pick those out on that website, right? The name of the extension, I think, is this. So you'd have to go in and change that for yourself. Yes, Miro. I downloaded a different chat application, and it does include that. You heard the pronouns thing was broken. Oh, no. And hi, Miro. How are you? Welcome in, friend. Okay, so, and again, I'm sorry that some people are experiencing issues with this. I am going to give them that feedback and be like, hey, you know what? I'm happy to participate in these campaigns and show these different games. And, you know, it's not Stream Elements that's in control of some of this stuff that's going on with the game. But, yeah. The extension that you posted above... I don't see a post from you about an extension. Why don't I see that? I'm going to snooze ads. I don't see a post from you about an extension. Hey, Gav, you got to level 5. Let's go. Thank you, Gav. Twitch chat pronouns is the extension name. But I think that this chat widget connects to the Alejo. I don't know how to say it. Alejo. I think. But if it's broken, I think I can opt not to have it display. And I'd rather have it not display than display incorrectly. You know what I mean? That's the frustrating thing about these tools, unfortunately. Sometimes if they're not working, you know what I mean? All right. Anyways, and it's generous of people. Most of the time, these tools are free, and we have to be patient and understanding that folks don't always have all the time in the world to work on them. And so, if there's something wrong, they're planning on fixing it. But, anyways, all right. So we have like 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna turn off raids mods because I do have an after school. Oh goodness, look at me! I pressed the button in OBS instead of pressing the button on my Stream Deck. That's what I get. Thank you again to the Mokos for that very generous and very sweetie raid. I really appreciate you guys. The campaign for this game, by the way, please don't stress over the game. It's open for like another 12 days or something like that. If you're like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm interested. I don't really want to have to decide right now, but I want to help 9. No, there's no stress. This is a no stress zone when it comes to this kind of stuff. Okay. Honestly, I really don't want anybody worrying about that. And fretting over it and stressing over it. You guys have already helped me earn additional payout. And if we happen to get, any 5 of the additional bonus goals, I will do, a hoodie giveaway. And if we get the level 5 alliance, I will do 2 mugs from the 4th wall. Okay, so there's no stress. I appreciate you. There is already a base level of support for the channel that has been achieved just from you guys hanging out and from me streaming their game for 2 hours. Stream Elements, if you can hear me, do more of that, please. I will enthusiastically accept and do my best to represent the games if they sound like a good match for our community. Because I knew we had people who were Star Trek fans, and I enjoy Star Trek. So I'm only going to take the ones that I feel are a good fit for our community. Or if it's like, wow, if they're really going to throw that kind of cash at me to talk about their product for like 2 hours and it's a reputable product. But that's where I feel there's a disconnect. A lot of companies want you to represent them for nothing other than maybe a discount code for you and your viewers. And I am just at a point with my life and my obligations that I cannot do that. If you can and you want to, then go for it. I'm not telling anybody they shouldn't accept those sort of arrangements. But at this point, I can't unless it's going to help support me and my family and the channel. Yeah, you know what? Unfortunately, Blaze, I'm sorry. I was going to mention that before. And it's, again, another point of feedback that I'm going Another point of feedback that I'm going to offer to them if I have the opportunity is that it's extremely frustrating for Twitch streamers who often have an international audience to have friends who live in EU who can't join. And that's if you're going to push alliances as part of sponsorships, that it's kind of unfair to ask us to do that and then have the inability for people from our community to join based on their geographical location. What was my alliance again? Donna, there's a channel in Discord that has some info in it that I can ping you in right now. Okay, I will ping you in the Discord channel that we have set up for gamer tags, friend codes, swaps, etc. That's where I posted the instructions, so that you can read it at your leisure. And then you can respond in there and let me know what your IGN is, and I'll add you in because we set it up as private. Unfortunately, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Jang. Unfortunately, we had a weird experience with some randoms joining last time, so I made the alliance private, which does complicate things a tiny bit, but I'd rather that we are allowed to control who's in there than have a bad experience. And with the chat widget, I will play with it. It's a brand new thing I just started using today. And if it's not displaying that information properly or correctly, then I will just take that part out, which is unfortunate. I have no problem with those displaying at all. And some people I know really love having that option. But if it's not going to display them properly or reflect people's changes properly, then I won't use it. Thank you guys so much for today. Thank you always for supporting me, for supporting the channel, for helping me with all the different things that we do, with charity and for your subscriptions. And this is my child calling me because that's what they do. 1 second, chat. I'll be right back.
Them. You look really nice tonight. Me.
Thank you. Yeah.
There's a kid screaming in the background. Wait. Okay. Just, normal teenager things and everything's fine. But, it's my kid, so I always answer as quickly as I can. So yes,
If you want to try the game out, that's great. If you don't, not a problem. Thank you. And I thank you all for everything today. And you guys are wonderful. And I'm trying to get out of here with enough time to at least like hang with, our raid target for a minute. Because I feel like that's something I really want to make a point of doing if I can. And we have a friend from our team, our charity team, who's also a Moko, who is raising funds for St. Jude. And at least through this month, I will look at that first and always try to raid those people because it's important to me to do that, to support them in their charity fundraising efforts, as well as because they are devoting their time. We don't do charity to benefit ourselves, right? But I think that people who participate in our team fundraisers, I'm more than happy to support them because it's the least that I can do. Again, especially when they have an active campaign still going. So we're going to raid our friend Zakayla. Zach does happen to be pushing for a partner. Please come with us on the raid. And even if you can't hang out and interact, dropping a follow, I'm sure she would appreciate, but that's not why she's fundraising. However, it gives me great pleasure to be able to raid her. We've known each other for a long time. She's a fellow fiber artist. Again, on Team Quirky Cluckers, fundraising for St. Jude. So if you'd like to, this is one of the people who I would love to see hit their next fundraising goal. If you're capable of making a donation, that'd be awesome, but no pressure. Thank you all so much. I'm still struggling to update these screens. I just haven't found the time. That's on my to-do list for maybe later tonight. Thank you all for spending time with me. Again, huge shout out to the Mokos for the raid. And enjoy the game if you're playing it with me. Please feel free to post in the Discord if you have any questions about the game. And mods, we love you. Thank you so much. Never, not ever will I forget to thank our mods. And please, everybody, practice self-care between now and the next time that I see you. It's super important and you are worth it. And I appreciate you so much. Yes, the same to you, Miro and Bells. And we'll have to chat, Bells. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, you too, Maz. Bye. Thank you, guys. I'll see you over there. I really, really appreciate you. And I am just super happy to be able to support Zach. So come with us on the raid. But besides, you get channel points and then you can fart in my chat with them. Bye, Dee. Thank you so much for being here today. Bye, everyone.